this week.
But you know what?
Everybody cut it for 2 seconds.
2. We having a Diddy party?
Hey!
What the fuck?
We're doing.
Nah, between me and her last one before me, it was like 2 years or some shit.
Oh, the one that really fucked her up? The one that was, yeah.
It was you. Nah, the super.
No, I passed that on to the fucking black delegation.
Why you gotta call him black?
He said double it, pass it on.
I'm sorry, burnt charcoal. What the fuck?
Bro, that's even worse.
Can I hit him?
I'm not an art major.
See, I can't fight you because if you call the cops, I'm going to
exactly. And there's one right there.
Move this any closer.
I'll talk to Ant.
retired.
Next week will be better. I got the 25-foot cords.
Yeah.
Compensating a little bit.
Yeah. Color matching to the headphones too. By the way, now turn your fucking.
We should have more headphones.
We might, but
Make sure shit's not on vibrate.
Lester's got one, but his doesn't reach all the way.
Mine's on
First of all,
disturb, so
you don't know where my
it's
phone's gonna be
definitely
at.
something.
Mine's on diabetes, so.
Hey,
Brother.
diabetes time over here.
I can't. You know what? I can't. I just don't want to.
Mine's on diabetes. That's why I have to cater it to diabetes.
Evan, brought to you by diabetes.
Always diabetic.
Well, it's not like you cannot be. I guess. You kind of fucked my guy.
Ow, cramp, fuck.
Brian's gonna show up. Brian's gonna show up, and how much do you want to bet he makes a big deal? I don't know.
What, him showing up?
Hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing, a podcast?
Wait, is he actually coming?
Yeah, I guess he's coming with Casey. They probably just want access to the gossip channel.
Who's Casey?
Oh,
Man.
They should get it
The
afterwards.
one white girl.
How far can you?
Not that white girl. The other white girl.
gossip?
You might. Well, I gotta share with
Lester.
Oh, I thought Mo was gonna show.
Okay, that works.
What?
what's the gossip channel?
No, it's just being like.
Oh, okay.
Just tap me when you want your
Apparently
one
we
line.
are.
Almost there.
My wife's like, you have to be careful. You realize people we know
Alright, I
listen to
can't do
this.
it
I'm like, you realize there's like fucking 10 times as many people that we don't know that have been listening to it, other than the 5 or 6 that we do know.
Can we do like the
That's about
racial
as far as
draft
it's
that Dave
gonna
Chappelle did? Can we redo that?
You might want to switch
Why
the
not?
sides on the
Anything
cords.
but
So let me explain to you how
I know it
social
says
media
right,
works.
I just want to know if what's his name? Tiger Woods is white again. Just want to know.
Oh, the draft.
The draft, dude.
Damn, that spider's moving closer.
He was black and Asian, my guy.
You're such a whore. What did that spider do to you?
Lives,
I'm gonna do the same fucking thing to you.
please.
You gonna smash him against the wall?
Yeah.
Wait,
I just want
It's gonna be a
to.
real Diddy
don't
party.
bring that Danny back.
I just want
Don't bring
everybody to
that
realize
Danny
the man
back.
of God
That's-
just took out a
Don't
spider
bring
for
that
no
step on
reason.
me, Danny.
So much better all things being equal.
Not even in his own house,
More like
too.
the suicide
It's
Alright.
so
Why would it be equal? He's the wrong color for
Now
that.
listen, hold on a second. For real, stop for a second. There's only 5 mics, and there's fucking
9 of us.
8 of us in here.
All right, I'm gonna just let me know when you want to use it.
You gotta listen to the headphones. If someone's talking, don't like. We can't all just start talking because then you can't hear shit. I'm telling you right. Like, just listen to you guys talk right now. I'm like, god damn, it's like fucking. I just want to turn it off. So I don't have the access to the mute button. Halfway through this episode, it gets too crazy. We're gonna put Evan over there, and he's just gonna be like, eh.
I'm back, motherfuckers. Motherfucker 1, motherfucker 2, asshole 2.
All right, cheers to episode number 4, guys.
Yes,
So
let's
number
go, guys.
Yes. White supremacy.
All right, guys, ready?
Pause. Oh my god.
He's the one who said it.
I'll drink to that.
We trained him well.
Why did you say that like you agreed, but you just didn't want to be coined for that shit?
That's exactly
crazy.
what it
That's
was.
That's what that was.
That's
Hey,
exactly
no,
what it
Anthony.
was.
Denial. Okay.
Denial, counterattack. First of all, fuck you.
This
Maybe
ain't
start-
Yu-Gi-Oh, my guy.
I'll start
Never
gaslighting.
realized-
guys.
The number
Here's a
one
trap
sign of a
card.
racist white dude is the wrinkles in his shirt.
That's freshly out of the closet, dude.
Real
That's
talk.
freshly out of the closet.
Do I rank up the more wrinkles I get?
Or
Bro, that
when you
t-shirt
wear
looks
a
like an
large
80-year-old
and you're
woman
wearing
who's
a
been in the sun her
medium.
whole life.
Nah, see, the wrinkles, that's for every time he said the N-word with a hard R.
Oh, that's not even close.
It goes on to other clothes. I definitely saw pullovers that had
Nah.
wrinkles.
So I don't know if this is recording or not, but for the people that aren't watching the video version of this, basically Anthony looked like he made an origami swan out of his shirt, immediately unraveled it and put it on. So,
But he shrunk it 3 sizes first.
I want it to be known that he works out.
It's like a comfort blanket. Fuck you guys.
He's like, who's this about relationships? Like, I'm single. I like hikes on the beach.
I want to make sure I look good.
I wear wrinkly shirts, but I do work out.
I shop at Baby Gap.
That's going on a shirt. I shop at Baby Gap.
All right, hey, let's get this thing started. Welcome to the Guys Night Podcast, where guys like us just talk shit and you guys listen for whatever reason. This is episode 4. Wow, 4 of these recorded now. And we're
Canceled yet, baby.
gonna talk relationships. I don't know what's gonna come of this. We're gonna talk.
I might cry.
What's a relationship?
Yeah, we're gonna talk dating, marriage, divorce, and everything in between.
Fisting.
I am, all of the above. We are definitely not talking about your sexual relationships at all.
I don't want to sit by you.
So let's get this thing started. We'll start from my left once again. Just introduce yourselves to those that might be listening for the first time, and let's hear those relationship statuses to let all those single white trash women out there with no lives know that you're available.
You don't talk about Charlene like that. My name is Evan. This is the 4th time for me being on the podcast, and I am single.
He's not even reading a teleprompter. He's still stuttering his words.
Like Kamala Harris over here.
This feels like those 80s dating videos where it's like,
I deserve love. And I just really need somebody to care.
I'm Anthony. This is my 2nd time. I might be racist. I'm not really sure.
Yo.
Edit it out. And Evan keeps turning me down, so I'm single. It's crazy.
I'm Lester, returning for the 3rd time, I believe.
You
Current
can't count.
Oh, it is? Okay. I'm nervous now.
This is your chance to be in a relationship.
Current relationship status is at single, and probably going to stay there for a good while. The last one kind of messed me up a lot. So we'll dig into that and all my trauma and all that stuff.
I wonder who that one was.
God dang.
The one that got away.
Oh, you know what? Wow.
It was
Beautiful.
me.
Wait a
If
second.
you're listening right now, just know you're responsible of breaking this young man's heart.
Cincinnati girl?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Mo. I'm back for the 3rd time. I'm currently in a relationship.
Oh.
With who?
Your mom.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
Mom jokes, we're doing them.
She does call tech support a lot. It's crazy.
She shops at Valero, too.
I'm gonna say Mo's name in my phone has tech support now.
Hey, it's better than Valero.
Do you have another way to reach it?
Don't drag the bottle. Of Evan Williams. Once again, always looking for sponsors. This big bottle is brought to you by Lester.
And Evan Williams.
Single, but knows how to buy the biggest bottle, so it sticks out
That's
on the
my
table like
weekly
a sore
limit
thumb.
right there.
I'm David.
Hi,
Happily divorced, single until Danny's sister gives me that shot.
Yo.
Throwing down on
Ed's sister.
There's a line for that one.
Or if you're listening at
That line ain't moving.
or if you're listening at home, maybe it could be your sister.
Please call. It's 1-800. Guys night.
All right, my name is Andrew. I want to say 3rd time, right? And I'm also single. That's it. Nothing funny.
Daniel. This is my 3rd time, I believe. And I am single. I'm also in a relationship with Jesus Christ. And I want to add that in there.
So unnecessary.
That's unnecessary. That's necessary.
Brother, that's not going to get you the fast pass to heaven.
Yet you're depressed.
You're also depressed. We talked about that like 2 days ago.
That's fair.
You're also looking for somebody to
By
mow
the
your
way,
lawn.
they live together, so like they're like
Not
a married
anymore.
couple.
We divorced. We
yeah,
split up.
We split up.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So just raise your hand if you're not depressed.
I've been
I'm not depressed.
I'm Will McEwen. I am the host of this show, and I am married, and my wife is upstairs, so I cannot say that I am depressed. I am extremely happy.
Blink twice. Blink twice.
Don't worry, this is a safe space.
All right, so I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. We're just a bunch of guys sitting around drinking a bottle of whiskey and seeing what comes up. But I know we have a lot of fun topics that some people brought up. So I want to hear who is actively trying to date right now using a social media app.
Are we doing left to right
Danny,
again?
raise your hand.
No, hell no. I do not. Listen, I do not do social media of any type. No Hinge or like Tinder or anything like that. I honestly, I get super like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, when you low self-esteem. There we go. My low self-esteem just kicks in because like I'm one of the guys that get no likes, but when I do, they're bots. So I just like
What's wrong with
stay
bots?
away from them. They're not real people.
People are
Hey.
into them anyway.
And they're
that
just
to
they're
Elon
just
Musk,
people
though,
like you
right?
trying to steal my money. That's all they are.
What?
People like you.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
The tech supports. Okay.
I thought you used ChristianMingle.com.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, plenty of fish.
I've seen you in the commercials.
They just need a brown guy to sit out.
Those are not commercials. That's Fox News border crossings.
So there will not be an episode 5.
All right. So is anybody here using social media apps right now or dating apps?
Oh, I'm
right
on them.
now?
I'm absolutely on them.
How many are you on?
Bro,
Which ones are
He's
you
on
on?
all of them.
I'm on like 4.
He's on.
I
He's on.
delete them like every 2-3, not even 2-3 months. Yeah, like 2-3 months I delete them because it just gets annoying. When I get bored, I just download them. I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
He's got Tinder, Hinge, Craigslist, the whole 9 yards.
Once he decides to get on Punani Express, he's like, yeah,
So Craigslist, that's when you're like feeling real freaky and you just want to kill somebody.
Nah. Craigslist is when I try to find somebody's mom. I try to find people like getting rid of like, like old like kids' beds and stuff. That way I know they got like kids, you know. So
Why,
I
so you
try
get the
to.
kids?
So is
No,
anybody
I'm
else?
trying to go with
Oh,
someone
that's
like
weird.
a mom.
Is anybody else here using a dating app right now?
Evan, you know you are.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
even-
I'm using Tinder, a Hinge,
OnlyFans.
no,
That's where he goes after he
a
finds.
Bumble, and Facebook. I get bored, so when I get bored, sometimes I just start swiping. I'm
All
like,
right, so let me ask you guys both this then, since you guys are the two using dating apps. We're gonna start out with that. I want to know if you guys got questions. Speak up. But how many times or how many hours a day do you spend swiping?
Like maybe like 15 minutes.
I would
don't
say
know. Not
maybe
that
30
much.
minutes.
So you rapid swipe, like you're just like I got 30 minutes.
Yeah, I won't lie. I literally rapid swipe until I run out of likes. Literally.
He does it while he's sitting on the
Yeah,
chair.
Well, yes,
he's
that's one
doing
of
it
the
right
times.
now.
So ladies, obviously Evan does not want to fork up the big bucks for the unlimited swipes. Imagine that on the first date.
How'd you guys
I'm
meet?
sorry, I only swiped on the first 2 drinks. That third one's on you.
Oh my god. No, but I'll literally, I don't know, like if I've just got, pretty much if I got like 15 minutes where I'm just sitting down not doing shit, I just get bored enough, I'm just like, why not? Like I'm watching a Netflix show, whatever the fuck. And I'm
So
just
when
like,
you're taking that solid dump, you're like, swipe right.
That's right.
yeah, that's actually my opener. I'm like, yo,
We met while
I swiped on your picture.
You made me
know,
poop
while I was taking a
myself.
fat dump. Yeah, dude.
I bet you it would work.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try it on the next one. Why not? Why not?
So let me ask you this then: do you guys even like read profiles, or you just look at like a picture or two?
Oh, I
and
do,
you're
cause
like,
bro, women are fucking weird as shit, bro. Like, especially the ones online. But I mean, the women online are just real women in real life that are just on an app. But no, you get bots.
No, I
It's
was
okay.
asking.
We get it. We get
Do
it.
you read the descriptions on them after you like them? After you like match?
No, I do it before.
Okay. Some
Yeah,
people
no, I don't-
usually
I-
just
yeah, no, I
like
don't
it
just
and
do
then
it.
they
For-
read
for
For
match.
me, I read the location and
Oh,
their
yo.
hobbies. Their hobbies.
Your
That's like-
location's
far.
like to New York, dude.
What's
We
your
know you
distance
can-
set to?
My distance sits
400 meters?
No, 60 miles. I was gonna say 60
What?
miles.
600.
60 miles,
We
yeah.
looking in other continents,
My,
boy.
my man's driving 100 hours for Punani. That's crazy.
No, that's that passport bros shit, bro.
Yeah.
No. No.
all right. So obviously you're both single, so obviously the
Obviously, it's
the
crazy.
algorithm is not putting the correct women in your place.
Well,
Is
I
that
would.
fair to say? Do you get a lot of matches?
Well, depends on. I don't know why. For some reason, one week I will get no matches for like a few days, but then the following weekend or the following week, I literally get like 5 or 6 matches in a row.
So
That's when they get
Tinder.
horny.
That's Tinder. No, that's Tinder. They
gotta
feel
time
bad
it
for
just
you.
right.
They're like, we got to keep this guy engaged, and they're like, just put some fucking random people in
So,
front of him.
here-
So, yeah. You're a fucking Neanderthal, dude. Look at you, dude.
My
You look like you could bench press a pickup truck over there. Like, and most women are like, this dude just looks like he shops at OnlyFans.
He can pick up the truck, but he can't read what's on the label.
Here's what I'm dying to know. You got to bust out the phone. Let's see what we're working with here. What are the ladies seeing? That's what I want to see.
Oh, you want to see the profile?
Yeah, let's get
I wish we could upload his profile as we swipe. The mirror the screen, mirror
I'm
the
not gonna
screen.
lie. For my Tinder and Hinge, I had actually a girl make my dating app because girls are know what other girls want.
Hey yo, fuck that shit, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you either like me or you don't. I could give a shit about what a shit on an app feels about me. Like, brother, I got my listen, y'all can read my fucking bio. I don't give a shit, dude.
So okay, so how many people have you met in person off of
I've
Tinder?
had 3 serious girlfriends I've met off of dating apps.
But so you've actually met up and
no,
seriously dated 3.
Yeah,
But how many do you think
do
you've
it
met in
just
general?
how many I've met?
Yeah.
Just met?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hold on.
Something? I don't know.
What's that?
Like 100.
So you actually like devoted to this? You're like, no, if I'm gonna match, like we're gonna go get some coffee or
That's a
something.
lot more than
like,
me. I don't meet that many. I choose like either the conversations get off a little weird after a few weeks of talking to them. They start talking about religion, politics, and I'm like,
I don't think
match
anything about anything. I don't want to talk.
So that's so crazy. Like, why is it like? Because if you met somebody at a bar, like you'd hit it off, you'd be like, hey, you want to go get something?
Yeah.
Get
I
some
still do that,
coffee
though.
next week or something. Like that's it. Like dating apps, you like talk to somebody for 3 weeks, and then by then you've got 25 new matches, and like you're like on to the next.
See, that's the thing about dating apps that like I really don't like is because it's the online shopping of dating. Like
Correct.
instead of going to the store and you have what's in the store, what can I get? It's like you either got
Too many
freaking
Single
you got
mothers.
It's where you form that roster.
Yeah.
Sure. Shut up.
What's
Anyways,
a roster?
But real fast, I just
No,
want to say
Rastafarian. Yeah.
Oh,
this
yeah.
literally says verbatim. Back by unpopular demand until I get annoyed and delete this shit again. Despite the color of my skin, my credit score is above 600.
Wait, pause. That does not say that shit.
Hey, he wrote it. He wrote
man, that
it.
does
Looking
not
for
say
white
that
girls.
shit.
Dude, that's crazy, dude.
That doesn't say
That's
that
crazy.
shit at all.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, if it said that,
It doesn't.
if it said that.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of hoping it did say that.
That would have been good, dude.
I
That
feel
would
like
have
if I
been
was a woman, I was like, this guy's got a sense of humor. Like, and I'd love to take him home to my dad because I'm a white chick, and that should be fucking funny. When he says that.
Yeah, let's piss my
He
dad
makes more
off.
than you,
Hey,
Dad.
by the way, anyone in
Oh,
that,
dude, I know, if you're not getting likes, it's because it says "Free Palestine" at the bottom.
yeah,
There it is.
Dude,
Hell
you're gonna
yeah,
get.
bro.
You know what? You're gonna get yourself a blue-haired fucking man-woman child that's fucking gonna fucking. She's
Targeting.
shit and fucking.
Targeting.
sex.
We weren't doing
Targeting.
hey, but all I'm saying is that if you went on a date, right, and you've got dressed, you put on cologne, you washed your ass for the fucking week, right, and you get there, and you're halfway through this dinner, and this girl's just like, yeah, by the way, I'm going for Kamala Harris. Like, I know for you that would be like a deal breaker. You're not fucking dating, but just hypothetical, you know? It's
Yeah,
like
but-
certain shit, you know, you pull that out. Like, if I'm on a date with a girl and out of nowhere she's just like, yeah, man, Israel's just got to fucking finish the job. I'm like, wow!
She's a 10, but doesn't support
So,
Palestine.
but I mean, it depends on how strongly she feels, like how she acts about it. If she's like fucking throwing it in my face every 5 minutes. What's one thing? But my wife, when I met her, she was a diehard Democrat. Her whole family, fucking Democrats. Like, I used to go to their fucking, like, the first words out of her mouth anytime we're going to a family gathering was, please don't bring up politics. Because usually it ended with me in a screaming match with, like, her 70-year-old aunt who's got a fucking walker about fucking Trump and, at that time, Biden or whatever.
Who was
the case
also a
might be.
70-year-old with a walker.
Yeah. So, like, but she's then since switched her opinion. Like, she's, you know, so if I would have stopped dating her immediately because of that, like, that would have been a stupid reason. I'm more like, hey, what are we going to do together? Like, are we going to get along? What are your goals? Like, what are the things that you want? Like, that's just more relevant than fucking politics, which only come around every fucking once in a while, like when it's practical and it's, you know, soundbite on the news or whatever the case might be. I feel like, though, if I was a chick looking, or if I was even as a dude looking at a girl's profile and that was on it, I'd be like, oh, fuck, nope, not even dealing with this. Like, and you might fucking have some conservative chick that's fucking got a good job, fucking cleans herself, fucking doesn't have fucking short
Cleaning
fucking
yourself
hair,
is also super
like,
important, by the way, because one thing I've learned in the dating world is that so many women are just gross as fuck, bro.
Once
Like,
again,
dead
free
ass just
Palestine
gross as
on your
fuck.
profile, bro.
There's a
Thank
connection
you
there
very
for
much
sure,
for
yeah.
tying the two together.
Oh no, this shit is recent. But that's once again when I say I've been on dating apps, I don't just mean like since my recent ex or whatever. I mean like in general. You know.
Yeah.
So like before I even put the fucking fuck profile.
Yeah,
who
I know.
cares?
I'm just giving.
Yeah, in
you
But- yeah,
2013 when they became popular.
Yeah, but the majority of the girls I've been with that don't know how to properly clean themselves, have been more right leaning than left.
Get out of
Bullshit.
here.
Listen, I shit you
Dude,
not. I taught a one girl what the fuck a loofah was, bro. I shit you not. She'd use her fucking hands to shower.
Bruh.
That's so weird.
Bro, she doesn't stay on the right or the left. That
But she
chick's
goes
lost.
no, but she like
That's just being
she
nasty,
she
dude.
loves
That's
country
not a left
music,
or right
right? She fucking watches like football religiously and shit like that. You wash yourself with her fucking.
That makes you conservative?
Well, that too. But like I'm just saying, like she's more like
You can
in that
choose the
kind of
mentally
spectrum.
stable women over the other ones. You know that, right? They exist.
Wait. Not Anthony saying to pick the mentally stable woman.
Mine had natural hair colors. They were totally different than yours.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah.
All right. Well, so what questions you guys got about dating apps? Because I'm curious in general. I was on dating apps a lot before I met my wife, but this was like almost 10 years ago, so it was a little bit different.
It's like Match.com with like an AOL.
No,
I'm dead.
Tinder just kind of came out. Like,
Age,
Tinder
sex,
was the hot
language.
spot at that point. Like there was more regular people on it than there was bots.
Back in
which
his day,
I'm
it was
sure
a
is different.
telegram. You had to.
Morse code.
Soren, yeah.
But
But,
it's
I
a different
mean,
meaning for tapping.
I was one of those people where I would talk to like 20, 30 different people and then like just get bored with them and move on to the next. It was so easy to do.
Yeah.
And then when I met my wife, she was the barber that cut my hair. Like it was like a random connection that we had. So it was like completely different than anybody that I met off of there. I met some cool people that I became friends with and stuff like that. But online dating, I felt like it was so easy just to move on to the fucking next.
Right.
That's what.
See, that's why
It
I got
really
off.
is.
I got off of all the dating apps because I've met more people in person than I've had like more like it was more personal.
Yeah.
And like on the website, like you get on there, you match with somebody, you hitting it off really good, and then you go to the restaurant and they don't show up, and then you find out they blocked you, and then you go through all that emotional stuff, and then you question yourself. You're like, what did I do? Are they weird?
Lester,
Are
I'm
they-
very sorry. I personally, that's not happened to me, but I'm very sorry that's been your experience.
Well, that's why I deleted them all.
I feel like dating apps really just kick off that whole idea of like looks over personality. Because if you think of it this way, it's like the first thing you read the caption, but the first thing you look at is the profile.
Oh yeah, if they
Number one.
don't look, if I'm not
You're not even
attracted to them,
trying,
I'm
right?
not.
Yeah, but that's no
But
different than
that's
that's
in
not no
general.
different than in person. Like
No,
if I'm at a
because
bar, like,
because sometimes
I'm not like let's see, what's your personality type? No, I'm not
Well,
gonna
yeah.
even go talk
Well, yeah,
to
blue
you.
hair, you stay away from them.
Yeah.
okay, but like you're telling me there's never been a time where you talk to a girl, she's like semi-cute, she's like okay, she's okay, but then mid conversation you get to know her, and then your attraction for her just skyrockets.
But before you had that conversation, you mentioned that she's semi-cute. So
Yeah.
the looks
Right,
came
that's
in
right.
later.
Yeah, you're
the
correct.
point, right.
But I
Looks
feel like on a
do
dating
matter.
app, you're not looking for like she's all right. No, you're looking for
No,
Well,
but
people
she's
do
hot,
though.
she's
That's
cute.
what
people do.
That's why people swipe on me, bro.
But
I'm
not
fucking
very much.
mid-looking as fuck, bro.
like I'm gonna, like me as an example. I don't think I'm the ugliest dude in the world. I don't think I'm the
mean,
most attractive dude in the world.
There's
But
at least 3 or 4 worse.
I would. He's not wrong. I would agree that I'm
You're all in
way
this room.
more. Like it's better to interact with me in person than it is over a dating app.
I
Well,
understand
that
that,
just
but
that depends on what you're looking for, though, too. Like to some women, you might be like too loud, or to some women, you
I
might
am a
be
loud
too
person.
like outspoken, or to whatever the case might be. Like, but they have to be attracted to you to even consider it. Like, it's not like, I mean, maybe if you were it was somebody you work with, where they saw you every day, interacted with you every day, like maybe then they could be like, hey, you know what, that loudmouth dude at my work, he's actually kind of funny, and he's maybe, I mean, I could do that, right? but when you're at the bar and a woman's got 100 guys to choose from, like her eyes aren't directly going towards you and being like, that dude's probably got a good personality, I'm gonna go talk to them. No, she's like, I already slept with that dude. I slept with that dude. He asked me to peg him. She's like moving down the line, and then she's like, "Fuck. Well, it's 2:00 in the morning. It's Saturday night.
he's the only one left.
Mr.
You're the best.
Personality, here's your chance. Don't fuck it up."
But it's just,
Danny,
it's,
what
I
do you
think
do
it's just
tonight?
kind of sad that like dating apps does increase that fact of like looks over anything because it is more on top of that. A lot of people, like I said, will just swipe. And then when they match with them, then read the caption. Then read what they're about. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how
It's like-
dating
Yeah,
is
but
in
that's
real
speed
life.
dating.
No,
It
that's.
is
I
speed
mean,
dating.
no, that's dating in real life. If you're at the bar, you don't see a caption of somebody's like life story on their fucking forehead. You know, you say, "Oh man, she's got a fat ass. All right, let me go talk to her."
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you
then
this
you
right
get
now.
to know her, and then it's like, okay, do I want to keep talking, or do I want to buy her a drink? Do I want to like go talk to somebody else? I want to go retreat back to my friends. That's literally how real life meeting somebody is.
All right, so you guys over here who are not, you're not single, but you two not using dating apps. How are you trying to hook up with women right now? Or how are you
Hook up
guys
is
trying
crazy.
to find? How are you guys trying to find girls right now?
Actively, I'm not trying, but I'm more of like if it happens, it happens. You know, I'm waiting for like somebody to come by that actually shows interest. But like,
So you don't want to chase. You want them to chase you.
Yeah, I'm
so what are they
tired.
chasing
Like-
though?
That
Hey, got that Evan Williams T-shirt.
Bruh.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm just saying, like, I feel like, well, it's always been like, the girl to come after you, it's not like she's gonna fucking chase a guy who's not like on his fucking, like on his shit, like feeling great. But at the same point in time, a guy who's not feeling that great, that makes the first move is more likely to get a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Cast a wide net.
I'll make the first approach, but a lot of times I find there's girls out there that you don't even know they like you, and because they won't approach you.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
bro.
that annoys me because they're like, oh well, so and so liked you. Why didn't you go out? I was like, I didn't know. Like, who is that? Like, and I'm supposed to be a mind reader.
I've had at least 2 different exes
You saw her.
before we
sorry.
dated straight up say I hate you and made a lot of women angry. So in the angriest voice I've ever heard, and we ended up dating. It didn't work out, but it didn't end badly. But so honestly, it's been lied to so much about what their actual interests are and their intentions are. Communication is just horrible.
I mean, honestly, I think first of all, dating today seems like you're dating.
Bro,
an
women
algorithm.
cannot flirt. Women cannot.
Well, I
flirt.
feel like you're dating an algorithm, right? Like every girl wants to be like this fucking ideal woman in their own mind, which half of them are fucking crazy. But like,
we don't mean that. This is a joke.
yeah,
Yes, we do.
sure it is. But I mean, they're collecting bodies like fucking crazy today, which in my generation wasn't the case.
I mean,
Completely
everybody's
opposite.
collecting bodies though. That's
Like,
the thing.
but it wasn't the same. Like,
Well, yeah, because you don't hear about it.
Well, I think
you hear
social
about it more
media
now.
has a big influence in the dating market when it comes to like for example, a lot of girls on social media like to show off what they got from their guy, like big rings, money, stuff like that, and an average guy.
It's a team effort over here.
The average guy only makes around 60 to 80K a year, and has one house, one car, a small little savings. But when you see all these other girls on social media show off their husband's assets, it makes other girls want to have that lifestyle or that.
I was actually just thinking about this.
Yeah.
This topic. Like, I was like, you know what? What's something that I could say that would relate with this? And that
Yeah, because your life is so
expectation-
perfect, and
Yeah.
you got a woman that loves you, and you
Yeah.
love her, and
He did not say that. Don't put words in his mouth.
But I was thinking of that is that there's the expectation of women for men is just so out there. Like, this fucking girl could be living off of welfare, and she's like, I'm gonna get me a fucking $1 million king because he's gonna come and sweep me off my feet, and I'm gonna live this luxurious life. Like, bitch, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
go
not
find
only
another
that,
motherfucker that's on
Did you
welfare
notice
as well.
the accent?
right,
been
that's
practicing
a
real
accent, you know.
He's been practicing.
Right. But no, man, I don't know, man. See, I see that, but my only response is that the smallest dogs bark the loudest. I personally don't. Once again, I personally.
that sounds
don't
like
see
a
that
motion
a
in
lot.
the ocean thing.
Yeah. I got a
right.
great personality, by the way, ladies. Listen, it's gonna be the best 25 and a half seconds of your life, and a great cuddle session afterwards.
And then some.
Yeah. I don't know.
With a
or some
foot
shit. What do I
rub.
got to offer, dude? I don't know. Anyway, so
Cats.
yes, sir, and depression. Anyway, so, but my thing is it kind of goes into what you were saying on like Lester as well too, because I know Danny and I had this conversation a few days ago as well. But moving in your purpose, you're gonna be meeting a lot more women that are better tailored for your own taste. So like, I personally don't see women in real life that are like, oh my god, I need this, that, and the third. Like, I got women that are like, first off, let me correct that. I've been meeting women, right? Or I interact with a lot more women that are more like into shit that actually matters, like personality. Do you have a good head on your shoulders? What's your relationship like with your family? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, people that actually want something stable. So a lot of them aren't gonna be, like that. Like, I hear that shit all the time. I see it on social media, but it's a bunch of influencers trying to be influencers. The influencers aren't even the influencers, bro. Like, they make a persona. They buy themselves fucking flowers and shit like that and post it. Yo, boy. Yeah, the fucking sex trapper. But a lot of people will just stunt just to stunt. Like, I don't pay attention to that shit.
Well, when you talk about the influence social media has too, like not just on the aspect of like, oh, I need a guy who's this or I need a guy who's this. I think the other aspect of it is like, while you're even in a relationship. Like, I love my wife. I gotta say that
Here we
Chance the
go.
Rapper.
I do. But what I know is like if we get into an argument, we get into a fight, a disagreement about anything, I'll get 25 TikToks from 25 different influencers, like basically like saying like, see, I told you it was your fault. And it's like, you want me to find 25 that say, no, it's your fault? Like, I mean, because like when, and people start using social media as a way to like problem solve when you're in a relationship.
gosh,
Like,
yeah, that
listen to
shit's
this
so
guy, listen to
toxic.
this girl, see what they said or see what this guy said. And it's like they're doing it for fucking content. Like,
Bro, the orange challenge, have you seen that shit?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so there is a trend going on TikTok. There's so many stupid fucking trends that are going around. It's like, if your man loves you, he'll do this or some shit. So it's basically, the premise is, if your man loves you, he be willing to peel you an orange, you know? So you get people that genuinely know each other, they've been with each other for like years or whatever.
so
They're posting videos of themselves asking their partner to like peel them an orange. And the
Yeah, I'm just
point
picking
is,
that up and throwing it at you.
yeah, but like they have the orange in their hand. Like the person that's asking has the orange in their hand. The other person they're asking to peel the orange is like halfway across the damn room.
or in the
having
middle
a
of
conversation.
doing something.
Right, in the middle of doing something.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, babe, you just fucking peel the orange. Like,
Yeah.
you want the fucking orange, you peel the orange. Like, I would peel it, but like, I'm over here.
Yeah,
Or like, no, fuck you, you know? Like, typical shit.
And then they're using that as like, see, you don't
Yeah.
really love me, or see, he
I've
loves
seen
me.
people's
You're a piece
relationships
of
actually
shit.
fall
Yeah,
apart.
yeah. But
I
here,
mean, like online, I've seen people's relationships fall apart. No, nobody that I know, because once again, I don't surround myself with fucking incompetent people. I do love you though, Danny. But I'm just kidding. No, Danny's fucking amazing. We love him. By the way, he's single. So no, but
Leave
like
me alone.
he's in a relationship with God.
he's relationship with God. That's
He's
right.
actually happy right now. Leave him alone.
So does
He
God
doesn't-
put out? Huh? Well,
Hey,
you're in a
God-
relationship with God. I mean, what do you do for
Listen,
yourself?
what they
Like,
don't tell you, you know, in church is that Jesus is the greatest big spoon ever. You know,
Yeah.
he's just so sensual with
just
it.
covers your whole
Yeah.
You could
life
be giving
with
hugs.
his love
You could
and
be giving
emotions.
hugs.
The way he caresses my fuck, I can't even get through that shit. Y'all, somebody else talk.
That's God telling you to shut the fuck up.
All right, David, you're the oldest one here. You got me beat by 8 years.
Yeah, how did they date during the times of the Great Pyramid of Giza?
Listen,
Yeah, so did you like send a dick pic like
Did
through, like,
nudes
the
get
mail or
sent through
something?
with
Did
like
you
the stone
carve it?
tablets? How's that work?
listen. Hey, there's 30% of our followers and viewers on all these social media apps are over the age of 45. So I just figure it's only important to let them know that there's a guy here that is an eligible bachelor who actually has a job, a house, and has his shit together, and he's old as fuck. So
Goes to show you what single gets you, you know.
What was the Great
Success.
Depression like?
oh come on, he's not that old. He was just 9 years old the other day when he was talking about his first election. Right. All right. So how are you dating, David? Other than looking it up on that MacBook, I don't think it has the answers.
He's been swiping.
He's got a picture of his dog.
That is the answer, actually.
Love of my life right there.
Always
Yo, that's
puts out
illegal, bro.
It's just
kisses, no matter how bad you piss them off. Like dogs are fucking always happy to see you. Like kick it down the stairs doesn't matter.
Yo, pause. I'm calling people.
What's the old joke where it's lock your wife and your dog in a trunk for 2 hours, come back and see who's happier to see you?
All right, how are you dating, David? We know a few of your conquests, but
Your conquest is crazy.
no, Conquest.
Trademark.
no names, please. No names.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Unless if you want to.
Yeah, no, this is interesting. I, you know, we don't have to talk about me. I think the thing that's more interesting here is like as we're talking about social media and dating apps and stuff. You know, I guess my rhetorical question back is, did we invent that machine, or is that machine inventing us? And like the answers that I was kind of hearing, it just sounds like you guys believe the machine invented us, meaning like that's your environment, that's what dating is like, that's what people are like. Social media or anything on the internet, if you go searching for things, like you said, like when you guys have an argument, there's, you know, here's 25 examples of why you were wrong, and it's really easy to go find 25 that say you were right, and that's just the nature of the internet. So I don't know. For me, I'm really old school in my approach. Like, sure, I can use technology to go search and find people, or I can use, you know, my presence, my, you know, ability to speak and listen and everything. But my approach is definitely old school from the perspective of I spend a lot of time looking in the mirror as opposed to looking at a computer or looking out the window for answers. So I'm not going to break my arm patting myself on the back or anything, but I mean, you set me up a little bit there. Job, home, stability. I think these are attractive things. Like when I look at, what I'm looking for in another partner, it's, similar things. Only, she needs to have a vagina, not a penis.
You're not looking for somebody on welfare?
Good question.
That's income right there.
By old school, do you mean you asked them out via carrier pigeon?
No, bro. He goes down to the local Home Depot, gives somebody $1, and they deliver it on foot, bro.
I swear I found Danny's sister. I swear.
Okay, look, we just need to get off of Danny's sister because I just did an hour ago.
We were just having a conversation how we need to bring back your sister jokes on the show. And it's
Your
hilarious.
sister jokes?
Me and David's been going back and forth for years.
But David,
For years.
David,
Do you guys remember when everybody found out who Ed's sister was, and then like,
Bro.
In the fucking group chat?
and then like 20 people fucking friend requested
back
it?
to
That was
though.
unhinged.
she accepted all of them. She
Yeah,
accepted
she did.
all of them.
I bet she did.
I did not. Hey,
Remember when he said she was a lesbian? That was his defense.
yeah, I think I was
Anthony,
the
what
only
were you
person
gonna
that
ask?
didn't send her one. That's
Ed,
so
don't
weird.
block us, Ed. Please don't block us. We
Actually,
love
Ed
you.
blocked me. I don't care. It's fine.
Anthony, what were you gonna ask David?
So one of the points we keep harping on a lot. Hold on, that's pulling away. One of the points we keep harping on a lot just sounds like it's the art of conflict resolution and communication seems to be totally gone. Where like if you don't like what someone else is saying, instead of reflecting upon yourself or what's going on, people's like, well, I can find someone else that'll tell me what I want to hear. And even if it's the wrong solution, they'll just go through a cycle where you hear that repeatedly of just, yeah, you're fine, he's the problem, or she's the problem. Either way, whatever. It just seems like people don't talk anymore. And the first sign of things getting difficult, where past the point where they want to do it, they move on.
Well, I think talking
Bullseye.
is hard. Talking is
Yeah.
fucking hard.
Well,
and
social media and technology has ruined a lot of that.
Well,
Well,
because
but in
you can
general,
put
you still
yourself.
have parents, at the end of the day. So someone should have been interacting you with in those like informative years of your life and beating into you like, hey, this is how we talk out our problems. This is how we communicate. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, but you got to think too. Like we talked about the other day. Like you mentioned, how women are suppressed for years and years and years. Like
Yeah.
my parents didn't talk. My dad did what he wanted to do, and my mom had to be happy with it. Like if my dad wanted to go spend $50,000 and build a fucking shop and buy a bunch of tools, like say no, bitch. I work every fucking day. Like it's what I do. I'm gonna do this, right? So like for me, I have that same mantra. Like when I want to do something, like yeah, I'll talk to my wife about it, but like eventually I'm gonna make the decision. She might not like it. A lot of times she doesn't like the fact that maybe she doesn't feel included or whatever. But like the idea to me of having an hour and a half conversation about something and trying to compromise on something that's like my thing, like that's fucking almost impossible, and it starts more fights than it ends. But vice versa, like hey, if you want to like pick out the fucking flowers for the garden, like that's all on you. Like I don't need any say in that at all. But she wants that togetherness, and sometimes that's hard. And in today's day and age, I feel like it's even harder because within 5 minutes you can move on.
Yeah, but I
Like,
think
why do you think
that's-
divorce is so much easier than it used to be in the past? So therefore,
higher,
more
right.
people get divorced. Less people are having kids because kids were a hindrance and made it difficult to like leave your person that you were with, right? Like so, like those things. People want that ability to escape. There's like always a built-in escape clause into every relationship, and it's probably the same thing. I don't know. I haven't dated, like I said, in 10 years, but I'd imagine the same thing in dating. Like you're on an online dating pool. Like you have a bad date, like you just don't fucking text her back again. You move on to the next match. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's where dating at today is at.
Well, you said a lot of things, so I'm
lot.
gonna try to touch on all of them.
Evan
You don't
Williams.
have to.
But I do.
Amen.
But hold on, Evan. The grown-ups are speaking. Anyway, so
Before you start
lives
yapping
more?
for hours, at least Evan say what he needs to say.
Well,
yeah, Evan does have the lighter skin. Let me shut up.
whoa.
Let me. Hey, no, I won't talk, even though I started talking.
But
first.
You're
he
correct.
doesn't have any
Anyways.
wrinkles in it. He doesn't have any wrinkles in his shirt. So
Oh,
at
okay.
least you know he hasn't used the hard R.
Yeah, he said.
I
there
got
was
you.
an A,
I
yeah.
got you. Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't think he can spell the hard
It only
R, to
comes
be
out
honest
with
with you.
Evan when he's jamming to 50 Cent on his way to the next gas station.
Yeah. The only reason why he says it with a hard R is because he's dyslexic. He just really doesn't read it right. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get lost.
Well, well, going back to some of the things you're saying, Will, about how the communication and how when you grow up, your mother and father, your father made all of the choices. Today, a lot of women feel like they're more independent than back in the day. So
Well, legally they are.
yes, yes, but a lot of that stems from I'm single, I'm independent. If I don't like your answer, I'm going to move on.
Well, I think it's entitlement too.
It's entitlement, yes, and I think a lot of women. No offense to your women. Are brought.
Oh boy.
Definitely offensive.
Like a lot of women, okay.
This is the
A lot
Guys
of
Night
women, I don't
podcast.
think, are brought up properly how to treat men. Like how
I agree.
How to treat men. Like seriously, if you, for example, like say the man makes more money in the relationship, and the man lets you do whatever you want with his money, and he wants maybe to go out once a week, and you want to go out 5 days a week. He's like, no, back off. Then, and you guys are married. She can like divorce you and get half your money.
Yeah.
I don't think
Like,
people are getting divorced for stuff.
well, I'm
that
just
trivial,
saying,
though.
I just give an example.
I think
Surprised.
I would be surprised. I
You would
do.
be
This-
surprised.
Can I
This-
backpack off of that topic
Yeah.
for a
It's
second?
gotta be such a small margin.
There's a lot of small arguments that can grow into bigger ones real fast.
Right,
So-
but that's where communication comes
Yes.
in.
That's exactly what I was gonna get point. So I think the number one biggest thing in dating, especially on the men's side, and this is where it gets like into a topic where I think it's gonna get a little more serious. I think it's so the communication is really what it is, because men are on this label where we have to be strong and things like that, right? We're built off of that. We have to be strong. We have to be, our emotions need to be down, like at a level where you just don't know how he's feeling. Okay, that's just not how it is anymore. We're people. We have feelings, right? So we run into these, we'll run into women that we want a nice guy, we want a sweet guy. The ones that have been coming from relationships that they've been, harassed the entire time, but then they finally get a nice guy and they just mistreat him. They start comparing to the ex-boyfriend. They start comparing to like, oh, why didn't my ex treat me the way this guy's treating me? Things like that, to the point where they kind of stick with this guy who's safe for them, and he's building this relationship and he's seeing it as, oh, this is potential, while the other person's still thriving off the last ex. Where to the point where they don't communicate those feelings that they used to have, and they can build off of it. And that's where it comes to the point where men were taught how to treat women, but not what to expect from them. But women were raised what to expect from a man, but not how to treat them.
I think I saw it on a
You
Facebook
said
post.
so much right there. I'm so lost.
So, yo, my brother in Christ. Anyways,
I think
but no,
part of
I
it
see
is-
what I do see what
Yeah.
you're saying though. Yeah, because listen, a lot of that is, well, once again, they have a lot more self-autonomy now than they did before. The standard has been raised, so a lot of the times, like, instead of us rising to that occasion, and I get it, there are going to be things where, like, yeah, now things are different for us now. We can actually step out of our comfort zone in terms of feelings,
At least
talk
we should
about
be
shit.
able to.
Yeah, and you should be able to, absolutely. Yeah. But also, there's a difference between being a nice guy and a good guy. Like, you shouldn't be using women as a therapist or as something to trauma dump on.
Are you
and I'm not
saying nice
that you're
guys
doing
can't be
that.
good guys?
Well, I'm saying, that's
Well,
not
there
fair
are
because-
some. Once again, there's the people that are like, "I'm nice, so you should do this. I'm nice, so you should do
Well,
that."
no, I'm
you
looking
say
more
you
for-
But
want
that's
to
entitlement.
Yeah, that's entitlement.
But if the
right.
girl's able to trauma dump on us, why aren't we allowed to open up
Because
also?
you're
Well,
the
we
fucking
can't.
man, dude.
That's
You're
where
the
it's wrong.
backbone of the
That's-
relationship.
and that's
no,
just- I
absolutely,
feel like
that's
that's
not
not
wrong,
right.
dude. That's what you get. If you need to
No.
like share some shit,
I don't
you
agree with
fucking.
that.
You
I
got
feel
a
like- and
counselor.
that's
You
the
go
problem
see
with, like-
Jesus. Hold on. You go see Jesus. You go get a counselor. You fucking dump that shit out. Like, you don't dump that shit on your wife. Dude, you're supposed to be the backbone of the fucking household, dude. As a man, that's what we're fucking there for. If you want to just be there and, like, emotionally, like, burden her with all that stuff, like, who's going to take control? Like, you could say, oh, we're going to do it together. But if you guys are just dumping all your shit on each other, that's not just conversation. That's just not communication. Like, somebody's got to take charge. Like,
I
that's
just
the
feel
only
like
way it's
if the
gonna be
man feels a
successful.
certain way and he's going through something, he should be able to go to his wife or girlfriend, who's supposed to be his best friend, and open up like that without any type of
I agree
fallback.
with like both point of views there,
Yeah.
and they kind of go together with each other. 'Cause there's a give and take. Like you get a little bit of the communication, like, oh, this is how I'm feeling, but like you don't dump it all on.
Well,
them
no,
at once,
but
like
you give as much as she's giving you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So if a girl's giving me
that's
all
true.
of her
That could
past,
be
all of her
true.
trauma, why can't I share on that same level, equal standards,
well,
without
because-
looking like I'm less of a person?
Well, because that just might not be who you're with. There are women that are more than willing to do
Yes.
that. That's the thing. But once again, you two are talking about two different types of women
Well, you're talking
at the
about two
same
different
time.
type of men too.
Well, yeah,
right?
that
Like,
too.
and if that's your your shtick, and that's what you want to have that relationship with somebody, and you want like somebody to take that burden off of you when you had a bad day or whatever the case. Like, I'm telling you right now, that probably limits your dating pool to like 30% of the women out there, because most women don't want to hear that from their man. They're looking for someone who's strong, who's going to take care of them, who's going to be there for them, who's going to support them, that's going to make sure like the hard decisions are made, whether it's where you're going to go to dinner, whether it's going to be Chipotle or
You telling me I can't do both?
Panera bread.
You telling me I can't do both?
I'm telling you
No,
that
you can't.
Exactly.
But
every
just
time you
not
try
with
to
everybody.
yeah, I feel like
can't do
it's
that with everybody.
everybody's gonna take that,
Yeah.
right? And you could say like, yeah, hey, I've had a hard day. This is what I need from you, but that's different than being like if I had a fucking shitty week at work, like what good? Like telling my wife is just gonna put more burden on our relationship. Like I need to be able to compartmentalize that shit. Be like, nope, I'm gonna leave that there. I'll handle that tomorrow. I'm gonna take care of house now, right? But if you bring that shit into the home, like now you're having a bad day at work, you're having a bad day here, and then it's probably conflicting in your relationship. Like, I don't think that's sharing the feelings necessarily. Like, you could be like, yeah, this or that, but like sharing feelings, like putting that burden on your wife, like I don't think that most women even know how to handle that, honestly, and they're gonna think less of the man, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I would expect at least the women that I've dated for the most part. Now, my wife would love for me to be more emotionally connected, but at the same point in time, I know that if I became that, it would change the dynamic.
But at the
of
Yeah,
same
she
time,
says
though,
she wants the
Well,
emotions.
hold
but
on, because
then-
to piggyback off of that, there's a lot of women that also say that and they don't really mean that.
That's what I mean.
Because hold on, because I also dealt with that in, once again, my most recent relationship. She was very like great about saying like, hey, like talk to me about anything, talk, blah blah blah, and I obviously believed it. So I'm like, hey, when something comes up, I didn't like trauma dump. I'm like, yeah, man, this is bugging the fuck out of me. Or like, if I'm having a bad day, I'll just be quiet or some shit, And that didn't fucking work. That drove away.
Here's the thing, though.
hold-
It's
right.
going right off of what you're saying is that when you do dump that on them, the response you get is, well, I don't really know how to respond to this, or I don't really know how
Just
to
listen.
Or they just
You want
don't.
us to just listen? Just listen.
Yeah, but
know.
hold on. To continue on what I'm saying too is that I even did a little experiment too to see like, okay, what the fuck is going on, because we had all these talks, we said all the right things. So I closed myself back the fuck off, right? I did what Will was saying. I just handled my shit. I was there when she didn't mean to be there for her, because obviously I loved her, and that that's just the type of man I am. I'm always gonna be there whether I'm happy or not. So let her talk, trauma dump, etc., etc. I just stopped talking about myself, right? You know what happened? Shit instantly started to get better.
for
like-
a bit.
Yeah,
For a
because
bit.
that's a whole nother
No, because
story.
I've been similar where like, okay, I'm not trauma dumping, but you want to hear how bad my day was? Okay, this is what happened, but this I'm taking care of. It's not a big deal. And then they don't know how to handle it, so you go quiet, and it's like, why are you being quiet?
Yeah.
I had a bad day.
well, yeah,
I
that's
need-
the other portion of
I
it.
need an example of what trauma dump is, because that sounds like what happens to me when I eat pizza.
Well, trauma dumping is like if you have a past of that. Okay, for example, I have severe anxiety, and some girls don't know how to handle that. And I've built that anxiety over the years of past relationships, past any type of relationship. Really, that's just people that has gotten to know me, then leave. And then you feel that anxiety of like, oh, I don't feel like opening up ever again to anybody, right? And then you start getting close to that person, then your anxiety spikes, you start to close off. Trauma dumping on why that I got to where I was is basically explaining all that to one person all at once. That to putting your past hurt, putting that information onto somebody is trauma dumping.
I mean, it sounds like communication to me.
Thank you.
Right.
It's-
So
that's all
hold
how
on.
you do it.
So what makes trauma dumping and not just complaining about something is, let's say you have I have a bad day at work, right? So me saying, hey, I come back home and it's a normal conversation of, hey, just didn't have a bad day at work. Some people were being a little bit annoying and shit like that. Typical work shit, right? And just leaving at that. Trauma dump would be like, oh my God, so I clocked in at like 8:05 and I had a million things on my fucking desk and this was what I was dealing with, and then Sharon, that bitch fucking Sharon was on my ass again and blah, 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 blah. And then, oh my gosh, and then my boss was doing this thing with his fucking teeth where he chews with his fucking mouth full.
Reminded me of my father.
How do you chew with your teeth?
It reminded me of that. And then like it just fucking like got on my fucking nerves, and then I couldn't even get back to the next fucking thing and blah, 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 blah. And, like, that's trauma
and that can be frustrating, but like someone like me, I don't do that. When I get to know somebody and they give me a level of boundaries that's been dropping, I give them that same level. But it always feels like I'm giving way too much, even though they've asked for exactly what they've given me.
They're asking for it because they're trying to be like They're trying to be what you want.
Supportive, but they don't know
They
how to
should
be
be.
it. They want
but
to,
at the
but they don't
same
know how
point
to
in
do it.
time, they don't want to hear that. And
And
two,
then
it
don't
depends.
tell me that you want to hear it.
But they're trying to be nice. Like, just shortcut it. Right?
That's where it's messed up.
But then
That's
you
not
do the
right.
shortcut, then they're mad because okay, you're being quiet, you're handling with it. Okay, well, I had a bad day, so I'm dealing with it.
And what makes me mad the most pisses me
So,
off.
like, hold on a sec. So, I have a counselor. What he would suggest is you have to be accepting of each other, right? So, when that comes out is like you've both started dating each other for a reason, right? Like, it's not like you can think something's definitely changed over the course of a relationship. Like, you're not spending 7 days a week trying to woo that person in the same way as you were with the first date. Now, you might be doing little things like you don't even realize, like, for instance, like, oh, hey, I surprised you by doing the dishes because I was sitting at home and had nothing better to do. So yay me, right? Like, that's their way of like doing little things that were the same as like when you first started dating, where like you might have like spent all day trying to like plan an event or doing like some kind of like flowers or whatever. Anyhow, so like that stuff changed over the course, but the same person is still the same person. Like, not much change. The difference is when you're not living together at first. Like, you're like, oh, you know what? He's going out with the dudes, whatever. It's no big deal. And then, like, when you first move in, like, oh, I don't want to be a cunt. So if he wants to go out with the boys, like, fucking go out with the boys. Once you put a fucking ring on it, then it's, what the fuck you mean you want to go out with the boys? You just went out with the boys, like, 6 months ago. Like, yeah. So what? And then, like, and here's the other thing is, and I did this myself, is, like, in the beginning of a marriage, like, you just want to avoid the conflict, so you just like kind of like give in occasionally, where you're like, yeah, you know what, I don't really need to go, it's not that big of a deal, or I'm not going to do this, not that big of a deal. And then you create a fucking culture of fucking being her yes man, almost, in a sense, because you just don't want to deal with the fight. Like, you'd be like, you know what, like, going out's not as important as just not fighting, because I need my fucking home, I need my peace. But eventually that inner dog, if you still have it, comes out, and you're like, no, fuck that shit. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, if you don't like it, go figure out what the hell you want to do and go do that. But I'm going to go do this.
So appeasement.
And then it becomes a fucking problem because, well, hold on a second. You weren't doing that the last couple of years. Like, you were like appeasing me this whole time. And now, no, you're not that person. It's like, well, I never went away. You just going to have to accept me the way I am and realize that 5 out of the 7 days a week, I'm a pretty cool fucking dude. 2 days of the week, I'm going to be me.
Hey.
Our boy Brian just joined the fucking
Brian.
room. We don't have enough mics or
Yeah.
headphones, and frankly, we didn't invite him. He invited
Yeah.
himself. So he's just sitting over
In
there.
the mic,
just
in the
begging
mic, Brian. If
to
you're gonna
have
say
something.
something, you gotta come in. You gotta come in
Brian,
here.
unless you're speaking into the mic, keep your pie hole
Andrew,
shut.
let him talk.
Is this the Singles for Life? Oh, wrong meeting. Right.
But I wanted to it just comes down to the fact is all I'm saying is I feel like nowadays men are just a little more vulnerable, and there's nothing. And personally, I just feel like there shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. And that's where people talk about men's mental health and all this stuff. It's like we're just trying to be people. A lot of us just want to be human. We want to talk about what's going on in our lives to someone that we feel vulnerable with. And then you have a lot of women who at first, hey, you can talk to me about anything. You can be whatever you want around me. And then we start to do that. And then they see a real person just being themselves and trying to build a relationship. Then they get scared and back off. It's like,
Well,
oh,
they
this
see
is more
weakness.
than
Yeah, they see
but
weakness,
that's
right?
not fair. That's not fair.
Well, so
I'll
Isn't.
disagree with you on
you
that.
can go. Mo. You can go first.
I'll
Mo.
disagree with
Because
you
you
on
go
that.
second.
I feel like men have always been vulnerable. It's just always been looked at as a frowned upon thing that men are not allowed to be vulnerable.
Correct.
Nowadays, it's just more of a thing where it's more accepted. Not only that, but it's advertised.
It's like skinny
That-
jeans.
Yeah. No, but like, look at it that way. Like, it
Well,
is.
you just
Like,
really
and
know, you had that shit locked and loaded. Right?
It just came out of
waiting for that
nowhere
all
because
night.
I was
But
like,
like-
yeah, like, you know what? 10, 15 years ago, if somebody wore skinny jeans, fag. Definite fag.
Right,
Like,
but now it's
you
like,
take it up the
cancel
butt.
now,
Now you're
fuck
like,
that.
hey, you know what? Like, I worked out last week. Fucking, I'm gonna put on some fucking
my
tight
quads
little
are
fucking
fucking
jeans.
popping.
I'm gonna put on some
Let's
skinny
go.
jeans
I
with
got
my
a fat ass. Now
Jordans and
y'all
rock this
appreciate
shit.
it.
You know, like,
But, like,
so. Okay.
yeah. So
Alright, Mo,
I think it's more so that it's advertised now for men to be able to do that. So I mean, yeah, you guys mentioned it that it's a sign of weaknesses and everything as well. But part of it is I think that why marriages lasted as well, or even relationships back in the day lasted as much too, was because of the fact that there was some sort of guidance.
And no fault divorce wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But I disagree. I just feel like I can do both. I mean,
Sort of.
Well, you might, but we're just saying it limits your options.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. The one thing that once again, because you did bring up men's mental health, et cetera, et cetera.
Andrew's
the
had like a
issue-
laundry list of stuff. I hope you're writing this down because I know you want to respond to like something that we went on 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, that shit's chalked. Anyway, so oh my god, I got 2 likes on dating apps. That's crazy. Anyway,
Hashtag token.
no, but when it comes to once again the anxiety thing and how you feel, et cetera, there isn't anything wrong with that. But your relationship with that thing is what's the problem. That's the issue. It's not the fact that you have anxiety and the woman doesn't know how to respond to it, and that's why can't she just deal with somebody that has anxiety? The thing is, you have anxiety. You both don't have anxiety.
Correct.
You have anxiety.
Yes.
So that is on you to handle that. That's what Will was saying with getting a counselor. That's why we talked about that shit before already. Like getting therapy, moving in your purpose, focusing on you, falling back in love with yourself and learning how to work on that. So you can't bring yourself into a relationship or with another person. You're both broken. You both have things to worry about.
But it's still information that you have to share because there's going to be times where that anxiety hits and they are going to have to notice you dealing with it.
Right. Well,
Eventually at one point.
right.
But that's just something that needs to be known because it doesn't matter how soon or later you say in the relationship that you have that kind of anxiety. I kind of know how to deal with it, right?
Right.
But just because I have it doesn't mean I'm going to throw it on that person. But I am going to say whenever I'm feeling anxious about something or something that can cause the anxiety to hit, I like to let that known.
Right.
But doesn't mean I'm going to be anxious 24/7. Just because I tell somebody a weakness doesn't mean I don't have it under control. It doesn't make me weak as a person.
Right. That's understandable. But at the same time, those are all very normal things. That is not an issue. So if that's still happening and you're still getting this constant, like, oh, you reveal yourself to this person, there's definitely other things going on, and you got to unpack that.
So here's one thing I would say, and this goes to where, like, it's funny because out of all my friends that are single or married or whatever the case, and women too, like, goes the same. When you talk about the way you're talking about anxiety and like, hey, I need someone like that understands that I have this and got to deal with it, right? Like, that to me tells me like anxiety is one of those things, like, depending on what your level of anxiety is, like, you're not ready to date, right? Just like for people that can't be alone, like, you're definitely not ready to fucking date. Like, people that get divorced and they're like dating within 2 weeks. I'm like, bro,
Shit's weird.
That's crazy.
Shit's
go
so
do
weird.
you for like 2
Even
years,
in a normal
man.
relationship, you just got a relationship.
I take
and,
like a
couple
6
months
month
later,
gap
it's-
after I've known somebody for 2 months. So like I'm just gonna sit back.
Like, it's like people just can't be themselves. Like, they always have to be around somebody. Like, it's funny because I tell my wife now, like, first of all, if we ever did get divorced, one, I wouldn't date an American. Like, like, there's no fucking,
bro.
like, women out here are fucking broken.
Where
to,
is
like, the
Evan?
nth
This is
degree.
Evan's topic.
I mean, dudes out,
but
once again,
so-
dudes out here broken, and once again, there's the
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
there's the saying,
100%.
hurt people hurt people.
I'm just
So,
saying, like, the dating world today is like fucking annoying. Like, I just couldn't deal with it. One, you date a fucking girl that you think is fucking cute, has like 9 out of the 10 things that are going for you, and you have to worry about her being sly behind your back because she got fucking shit morals. Two, like, just fucking people are just, I don't know, just they
People
don't
are
match.
shit
And like,
nowadays.
and you don't want to spend it. It's crazy, but like, so for me, like, I would just travel the world. Like, I would fucking sell half of my assets and just travel and fucking. If I found somebody along the way that wanted to do the same thing, fucking sweet. But like, sitting here trying, like, these single guys, like, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Just go do you. Fucking travel even if it's a 4-day weekend and you fly down to Florida for $37 round trip and stay in a rat hole hotel, like, just go have a fucking good time. Like, you'll meet new people, you'll do random shit, and you'll probably fucking enjoy the hell out of it. Way more than fucking sitting around here spending $130 at your local fucking bar on a Saturday fucking night. Like, man, if I would have realized how cheap it was to travel, like, I spent with my wife, meals, food, flights, and everything, 3 weeks in Greece, traveled to 7 different islands for less than $5,000. Like, you couldn't even make it to fucking California and back over the case of 3 weeks with meals and shit and be under $5,000. And fucking, we were at all these different islands. Like, it's just crazy. But like, people just don't have the ability to like be alone right now. So like,
and people don't have $5,000 to travel.
Well, that runs
That's
back to
another
what
thing.
you would if you were single, bro.
that one
I'm
that
saying
runs
when
back
you
to
don't have $5,000, just fucking spontaneously.
Bro,
trade.
you go trade in your fucking Honda, Volkswagen Tiguan or Honda Accord or whatever you drive. You go trade that thing in. You go get yourself a van and you fucking just drive that place.
Live in a van down by the river.
You live in the fucking van. You say, you know what? All this other shit ain't fucking important. I'm just gonna do me, and you will fucking have yourself a much better life. I would redo.
Well, that goes
everything.
back to what Lester and David were saying, and I didn't say it, but I already had with them. Like, I don't go out looking for them. I go try to make myself happy, because if I make myself happy, one will appear to make me unhappy. So, but
She's gonna
typically,
just
like,
sit in your lap and then just straddle you and just fucking like ride.
Is
the
that why you're wearing the
sunset.
tight shirt?
Yeah.
With the
No,
wrinkles.
it's for the racism.
That's that. Please notice me.
Anthony's like, I don't need a wife. I just need someone to do laundry.
Honestly, at this point, like
and to cook and clean.
this used to be a large.
Used to be.
But what about the shirt?
But what I'm saying is, yeah, make yourself happy first, but also to go back to it on your balance idea, what you were saying, I completely agree that you can communicate with them, but also there is a difference between communicating to them and making it their problem. Because anytime I've ever communicated feelings in a relationship, most of the times I have a solution involved. I'm like, hey, I'm just informing you. This is what I'm doing to fix it. I just want you to know you're going to see it, and this is what's going on. But
Exactly.
it's sometimes they handle it, sometimes they don't. But typically it's more like, hey, like, I'm upset about this. I'm dealing with it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Talking about your last relationship.
My last 5, probably. But
Hey, yo.
yeah.
But also another thing, like I was saying before, Danny, is that sometimes when we have a lot of deeply rooted trauma and a lot of deeply rooted issues and shit like that, like you said, you've been dealing with anxiety for like pretty much your whole life or so, right?
No, I know.
Oh, okay. So
That's
then
the
for
problem.
a while at least, then you've been dealing with it, right?
For a while, and it's just one of those things where it happened on its own. Like I was like, it made me really sad even thinking about it. When I was younger, probably like 18, I've never had anxiety. Like it's never a thing. You turn 22 years old, and all of a sudden something happens, and then it trails off, and anxiety starts building up.
Right, but also to continue on the point is that when you have stuff like that that's been going on for any amount of time to the point to where it affects your relationships with other people, that is something where it is more than likely shit that's showing its head in ways that other people can see, but you can't. And if you're being intimate with somebody, they get a look at you that your friends might not even see. So you can tell us till the fucking cows come home that, yeah, I told her this, I told her that, but there's also might be, oh, why like fucking quadruple text this chick because she wasn't responding or something like that, or just some random shit
gross.
that. Yeah, but like there's certain shit that pops up just that you might not know because that trauma response is just a deeply rooted thing. It's like a reflex. It's like, you know, there are fucking, what is it, like rats or something like that? Like their offspring know to be scared of birds even though they've never seen the shit before. It's just that deeply rooted in them. Trauma's a lot like that. You have something that happens to you, you get a response that just triggers it. Something happens outside of you that triggers it. You might not even be aware of it yourself all the time. But that's a very real reaction that you have and a very real thing to that person that you're intimate with, that they see that and they're like, oh, he doesn't have anxiety. He's got anxiety. And it's the little things that pop up.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call this fucking show Estrogen Night.
And I can agree with that. It's fair. But like,
Boy.
Yeah, Will's just like, nah, man, I just fucking tell this bitch, I mean, my wife, which I love, I just tell her, listen, I'm gonna go and spend like $25,000 on a fucking car, man. Just, I know we got 6, but like, I'm just fucking gonna
Throwback
do it.
to
I gotta deal with
episode
this
2.
shit.
Throwback to episode 2. Will's like, hey, Nina, I love you, but I will leave your ass if you do that.
But here's the thing. So, like, you know, it's funny because you talk about like when you read books about like ancient tribes and shit like that, they always write these rite to passages, right? Like where like the kid was like, before he turned 13, they threw him out to the fucking wolves, and like he had to spend 6 days in the fucking woods with his fucking underwear and nothing else, and like
Sparta.
like
Yeah, what was it? What was your life expectancy? Like 30?
Yeah, but they all had 6-packs, though. They all had 6-packs.
So you either live till you're 30 and have a 6-pack,
and
or
fight
you,
some awesome fucking war.
Even trade.
or you go to therapy.
Even trade.
No, you get thrown into a fucking hole. Bro.
Wow.
No, but so I bring that up because it's like it's today and age, like men just don't understand, like they just don't know how to compartmentalize themselves and like figure shit out. Like, yeah, I could say things like now I'm like, oh, I have a home, I have this. Dude, when I went through my first divorce, dude, I lived in my truck for a month and a half. I slept at a hotel 5 miles away from the dealership in my truck because it was a lighted area and I didn't get fucking bothered there. Like, so like I know what it's like to go through fucking stress. Like a lot of people, like I can't, like I don't even know if today's day and age some people have the willpower to be like, yeah, I could suck it up and live in my fucking car for a fucking month and a half while I fucking was holding down a 6-figure job and had to be there fucking 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to pay my ex walking around money, alimony, child support, and all these other different things, right? So like if I didn't have that built into me where I was like, fucking, you know what? I'm a man. I'm going to handle this shit. And eventually the fucking hard times are going to pass. It's going to get a lot easier. Like I could have folded in a heartbeat and developed all kinds of fucking issues. I don't pretend to understand anxiety. To me, anxiety is like just how you are personally dealing with something, like whatever the scenario might be. And like you're, for whatever reason, like you just haven't been taught how to handle that. And I bring that up in the sense, like I I'm not trying to be harsh on it because my daughter was told that she has anxiety somehow by a fucking regular doctor and not a client.
Is that like
PhD to that, I don't
ADHD
know.
where they used to overdiagnose?
Yeah,
it
like
now?
basically they're like, hey, let's just give you some fucking meds. Like you're stressed out about school and not having enough friends. Like so is every other fucking 13-year-old. But whatever, we're gonna call it anxiety, give you fucking drugs that are gonna fuck your head up for the rest of your life. But when it comes to like real anxiety, like I understand people have difficult times and difficult situations and they're not sure how to handle it. But to me, that's a teaching lesson, right? Like there's got to be somebody in life that could teach you how to get through that scenario, and that's what counseling's for. That's what family's for. That's what friends are for. But then when you have people that are actually trying to help, it's like misguided or not misguided, but it's looked at as bad help because like, well, that's not how I want to be told that. Like, well, maybe being told that way isn't the right way. Getting back to the dating because we've like completely gone.
No,
off
you're
track.
I was about to ask a question on this. Like so
you can't
if you
ask
think,
you can't ask a girl that you're dating to like help you fix that. And I'm not trying to put you on spot, Danny, but like most women still fall under the fact that they want a man to be the backbone of the relationship. And if you give up that weakness, there might be some that are gonna say, "Hey, I'm here for you." It's gonna change the format of the relationship, and when she's with her girlfriends, she's gonna hear them talking about their man. And if you don't meet that same criteria of fucking what her friends all consider what a man is, she's gonna start self-doubting herself, even if it's working at the same point. And with today's day and age, it's too easy for her to just
But
go,
doesn't
you know
that part
what,
of-
maybe I don't have a real man. And she's like, maybe you just start acting like a man, Danny, and fucking carry yourself. And you're like, well, fuck, it's been cool up until now. And then she's like, well, it's not.
isn't that just like a
anymore.
maturity thing though?
Comparison's the death of
Absolutely
happiness.
not.
I just I don't know. The way I look at it is I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you know, and she's expecting you to help her through things, you know, and I agree with that. Man, a man should help through that thing, but you don't think the girl should also help if something comes up through those things?
Well, the role
Well,
used to be
it should. It
supportive.
just looks different than what you're expecting. He just took the whole fucking
Yeah,
thing, by
we
the way.
I don't know why we didn't do this math before. We take the two that talk the most. Y'all share a microphone. That's how we're gonna balance you guys out.
That way, when you decide to chime in every 30 minutes, you have no clearance.
He nods off
Or you
in
have
between.
clearance.
Let
Hey, where's
no,
Brian?
it's called-
Brian, bring me a fucking drink, you pussy.
It's called.
gone
It's called.
already.
It's
He
called
left.
not being rude. This is the biggest failure of your guys' generation is you don't know how to not fucking interrupt each other. But go on.
I thought it was skinny jeans.
No, it is skinny jeans. There we go. But you definitely can do that. Like they are going to be there to help you. Like that's any good woman or wife or whatever. Like anyone that's serious about you is going to want to be there for you. But once again, they might not be able to show up for you the exact same way that you can show up for them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to give these women grace about that type of shit because not everybody's a therapist and not everybody is super well versed. And like Will said, like, he doesn't know a whole lot about anxiety and shit like that, except for like what he might hear from a doctor or some shit like that. Not even a fucking like
Not even that,
psychologist
just
or
like my own, what I would think of it, right? Because I've never had to go to a doctor for anxiety, so I know what they tell you when you go to a counselor or whatever. I know that a fucking non-counselor, regular PhD or pediatrician RN gave my fucking daughter, what's that shit called? Xannies at fucking third Xanax.
Like, no, that shit's weird. That shit's weird because once again,
We
like
should
you
get
said, it's
back
like
to
there's a
dating,
lot
though.
of people that are just like dealing with life and they feel normal things about life. But someone's like, "Oh my god, you got anxiety." It's like, no, you're just fucking broke, dude. Like,
Yeah, right.
You should feel like shit.
Yeah, you got
when
pressure, bro.
These things are happening to you. That is life.
You can't be happy all the time.
Yeah,
Like, you have
exactly.
Inside Out. Everybody's seen the damn movie. Feel sad. It's okay to be sad. Just don't be a bitch about it.
Here's my anxiety.
All right, so here, let's get back on the
Let's
topic.
get back to the topic.
Let's get
Back
back
on
on the
dating.
topic of
We
dating.
gotta take
So
that chip from fucking
while
Lester first.
we're here, we have a real life Arab in the house. Okay.
Yo!
I thought he was Indian.
So hold on.
Wait.
I bring this up
Is he
because
daughter or feather?
I bring this up because he says he's dating. Do your parents know you're dating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they know your girlfriend?
Do they know who she is?
They're aware.
What?
They're aware.
They're aware.
They're aware.
How do they feel about it?
It's indifferent. It's not.
Be honest. Why is it such a big deal in your culture? Who you're
Well,
dating?
So
And how does that affect
it's
most
more
people?
of a religious thing
Yeah.
than it is anything else, right? So the expectation is that when you're ready to settle down and stuff, you want it, well, I shouldn't even say it's an expectation. It's more so you're supposed to settle down with somebody who is the following that is the same religion.
And not only that, but like it could be predetermined, right?
Correct.
Like we're
So,
talking
like, it can
old
be an
fucking
arranged
kings and
marriage.
queen shit.
Yeah, it can be an arranged marriage.
Skipping
Like they
dating
just trade
sounds
you
amazing.
off. Like, hey, you get fucking 10 fucking cows, and my son gets to marry your daughter.
Essentially,
Yo,
yeah.
like,
Like,
it's
not worth the sheep
that's
though.
how
She's
it
not
works.
I mean,
worth
that's
the
what
sheep.
that's
She's
like.
not worth-
That's what arranged marriages are. They're like based
Yeah.
off of like family traditions
Best I
and
can do
power
is
and
4
shit like
goats.
that. I mean, but I mean, so yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what marriage is in general. It's the passing. Well, no, that's what it used to be. It was the passing of ownership from the father of the bride to her husband,
Right.
or to the husband. That's,
Right,
That's
but
what
it-
it used to be.
but, like-
so some people are just more culturally in like touch with that.
Well,
side
like
of
with
it.
kings and queens and fucking all that shit back in the day, and like in his culture still, like it was based off of like making basically power couples, right? Like that
Right.
could fucking
Nobility
but
and shit.
Yeah,
Jay-Z
how,
and
like,
Beyonce.
continue your
it's like, oh, they're gonna make
Like,
good
oh,
kids, or
explain
this.
right.
If I put these two families together, they're gonna fucking rule all the oil fields.
You just might. I mean, shit.
Camel
All right,
herd.
so, seriously, so how do they feel about that, and like what is that?
So my parents are very old school, traditional kind of ordeal, right? So they would essentially at the end
First generation, right, or second?
first.
And what is
They
your
are.
religion, by the way?
I'm Muslim.
There it is.
Why
does that
dared
matter?
it? You know,
Yeah,
what?
I was just saying, like, explain to
Well, I mean,
And
it's-
which
it's
border did you
important.
cross, by the way?
Yo,
your mom's underpants.
hey, he's Puerto Rican. He's technically one of us. All right.
He's a Mexican who can swim.
But
Can
he
they
came mows
vote?
lawn.
Can you vote over there? Do they give them the power to vote in Puerto
Yeah,
Rico?
it's Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I
my
mean,
guy.
I don't even understand that.
I was
fucking
not the
bullshit.
politics episode. This is not the politics episode.
back to
Don't you still need a passport to go over there? No.
No.
No, you don't know. It's Puerto Rico.
So they're more traditional than what most parents are now. Like
But that's because they're your first generation. Like
Correct.
most, at least most families I've met that have come from Pakistan or any of these places, they're like third generation by now,
Yeah.
at least.
yeah. So, and the ideology in my family is like when you're gonna settle down, they would like it to be somebody that is of the same race and the same religion and stuff.
Right.
Now we've had family members in my whole family that have married outside, and at first it was not really accepted, but eventually it came around to it. So if there was a time where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get some backlash for it and everything, but eventually it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna move past it, and it's gonna be accepted. But in the traditional sense, that's exactly what they're looking for. So that's where it kind of boils down to it.
So how does your current girl feel about your religion and that being a part of like
She's
a
very
future-
curious about it,
Yeah.
and everything. So, and I have told her a lot, but
How long
more
you guys
so
been together?
2 years.
So here's a good question. So like, let's say you decide to marry. Is that a problem for your family? Like, would they be like,
It
no,
wouldn't
we didn't
necessarily.
pick her, so like,
It wouldn't necessarily be a problem because in my family, like my brother has had the traditional marriage where it was an arranged marriage. So it was. I mean, granted, we somewhat knew them prior to, but it was still an arranged marriage. And
This
one
is
of my
your
other
older brother?
Yeah, and then that's my oldest brother that had the arranged marriage, and then my older brother, he's had a love marriage. So we've had both in the family that.
But love marriage was still same religion?
Yeah.
So you're like the fucking ultimate rebel. Like, I want to marry for love and I want a white chick.
I mean, they've had girlfriends that are that have not been from the same religion or stuff.
But did they bring
it?
but they bring them around the family though?
Yeah, they
Oh,
have.
really?
Yeah.
is there like an age gap for any of that? So like, right now, how old are you right now?
I'm 31.
Okay, 31. So
Shit.
let's say you and your significant other
What was
currently.
that?
What?
No, his reaction.
Oh,
He's like, shit.
he said, "Damn."
That was me.
Let's say like you and your
Too
significant
old,
other
too
right
young
now.
for you, Anthony?
You guys break
No,
up
where's
like
that?
tomorrow or something. Let's just say you do, and like 3 years later, can you still be arranged marriage at like the age of like 40 or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
fuck, why not?
shit.
I just didn't know how
There
that
was
works.
I was looking at the news with my mom the other day and stuff, and some dude he's like 65 and he had an arranged marriage to a fucking
I thought he was gonna be like,
25-year-old.
Seriously?
I thought he was gonna be like,
That's
I was-
actually crazy.
But I
He's
mean,
living
like
his
this
best
dude
life.
is locked and
No,
loaded.
honestly,
He's
what
like
his life.
got all sorts of wealth, like well known and stuff. And he was just like, yeah, like that's the girl I want to marry and stuff. So they made a proposal and stuff, and their family was like, oh yeah, like we're gonna get all this wealth, this fame, and the
We're
whole
going
nine
to
yards.
Pakistan right now.
I thought he was
I
going to
would
be
not
like, I was
recommend it.
looking at Find Muslim Love with my mom the other day. And she was trying to find me a wife. And like,
Arrangemarriage.com.
There's a
See,
separate
there's a
track for
better
the
way.
parents.
They do a lot of line dancing in the Middle East.
No.
so, well, hold on. So, because I have some familiarity with your culture, though, like, but how is it looked at as like a man sharing feelings in your
He's
culture?
5% Pakistani.
It's not really a thing that's very much like it's not done. You're just more so you're looked at as like you're the provider, you're the problem solver, like you do this and stuff. I mean, they just kind of men just kind of shrug off their problems or they just work through it on their own and they just move past. It's I mean, that's personal problems and stuff. I mean, obviously
Right.
like the financial part whatever, that's you know, you
Well,
talk those
your
things out
family
and stuff.
shares, right? Like,
Yes.
But necessarily, like, if you were still in Pakistan, that's not necessarily the case with the older generation. Am I correct?
No, like I mean, I've
Younger
witnessed it.
generation starting to switch things over.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Iran, it's
Yeah,
starting
it's
to like.
getting a lot more westernized is
Yeah.
the best way to put it. But I mean, even with my dad and stuff, like anytime he went through issues or whatever, he made my mom aware of like the general idea of what it was and stuff, but he solved everything on his own, and it was just a complete independent thing that he did. It wasn't even like where he would reach out to his brothers or sisters or nothing. Like it was just all on him, where he figured it all out on his own.
It's funny because one of my bosses owned a bunch of the dealerships that I ran. His dad, Jordanian, fucking first generation, and like it's like the Italian mob. Like the wife is at home, like just doing her fucking thing, like raise babies, make food, fucking take care of the house, and like you get no say in anything.
Yeah, no, that it's
Deal
not
with
like
it.
that.
Like it's like, hey, here's a car to drive. Like I'll take care of you,
Yeah.
but I got this. Don't like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
back
I mean
in
it's
the
like
old days-
something you would see like in The Sopranos, dude. Like
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah,
like
yeah.
Camilla, like you fucking make the food, you fucking suck my dick, you fucking keep the house fucking maids keep. Well,
But you
in
don't
her
question
case,
my
you keep the
decisions.
yeah, like you don't
Yeah.
question a fucking thing that I do.
Yeah.
Not saying it's right or the perfect way to do it, but there is something to be said for the nuclear family and traditional roles and factory default settings because they do work in a lot of circumstances. Not perfect because, domestic abuse is a massive thing, but there is something to be said for it where it does last as long as it has for reasons. Now, they're not all good, but a lot of them, it works.
See, now here's the thing though. Like you're bringing that up. So traditionally, like divorce is a very, 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 very common thing in the U.S. It's at the highest rate it's ever been. Right now, you look at marriages from
Hold on a
other
second.
countries.
While we're on that, you want to guess what the top? Who wants to take a guess at what the top 5 reasons for divorce are?
Infidelity is one.
Infidelity is number one.
Money is another.
Money's number 2. Bueno.
Religion,
Religion is not top 5, but it's
No,
up there.
not even in the top 5.
politics.
Weight gain.
Yeah.
Weight gain's number 3.
Yeah.
I see people in
There
the
was,
gym with
I
their
was
fucking
actually
babies
looking
with
at that
their-
I want to
earlier.
know what the divorce rate in that
No
like in
sex.
arranged marriages are. That's what
Substance
I wanna know.
abuse is one.
What's the is the divorce rate high in the arranged marriages at all?
No,
Not
because they
really.
don't. They don't.
think
They
they
Do you guys
don't.
even have-
That's the point I'm gonna get
Do you
to.
guys even have prenups?
That's
They
the
don't.
point I'm gonna get to.
Do you guys do
divorce.
prenups?
No,
You don't
no.
have to, but they're available.
I didn't know if that was like an option. It's
Yeah.
like,
I
you
mean,
guys
it's
are
a
going to get
marriage.
married together. You stick through it.
No.
50-50. It's like,
No, but we'll
killer.
circle back around to that.
Killer.
But
I mean, it's like arranged
Yo,
marriage.
wait,
but
top
prenup.
5
Whoa,
reasons
Will,
though you're
hold on a
asking.
second.
Substance
Arranged
abuse is up there. I
accidents.
know that.
Really?
It was like number 7 or 8, and then
Yeah.
abuse is
Abuse.
like up there. Religion is last, number
Yeah.
10.
Now, if
Somebody,
you're gonna get
somebody
married,
always
you
fucks it up
know.
when they find God. Like you used to fuck me in the ass, but now you found God, and you
I
say
think it's
don't
more
wanna do
like
that no
I think
more.
it's more like when one person is a follower of Jesus and the other one isn't. That would probably cause it high because if two people are equally yoked in the same ideal of Jesus, it's a Lord.
It's a
worship.
commonality.
Well, I mean, how are you gonna
It's a
Hold on a
commonality
second.
thing.
How are you gonna
Two are
raise
the
a
same
kid
thing.
though?
To a
If one
degree.
person wants them to be Christian, the other one's like, nah, just figure
Exactly
it out.
what
That should have been
you're
discussed
not
before
with somebody.
marriage.
That's why
Yeah,
you're not
that's
with
the
somebody.
That
that
is
yeah.
like hardly ever the case, though.
That's what I'm
usually
saying,
it's
yeah, it
one.
wouldn't happen,
Usually
yeah.
one parent's like, I don't give a fuck, and the other one, if they are religious, is like, oh, pro God this and pro everything else, and
Yeah,
it's
but the
like,
actual
hey,
following
you're
is
supposed to
everything.
accept everybody for they are. So why don't you give your kid a chance to choose for themselves?
Well, yeah, you can
why
definitely
you
choose
just don't
yourself.
have
That's
kids
free
with
will is a
someone,
free will. But when you decide to choose your partner, the idea and the of knowledge is having someone that agrees on the same topic as you on that and follows the same things. Not one person that says, "Oh, I follow Jesus, but I'm also going to sleep with 5 different people next week." Versus
Yeah.
one person that says, "I follow the Lord. I'm not having sex till marriage. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that." you have two people that agree on the same exact aspect of things, and you don't have any differences.
So do all religious girls believe that? So if they go to church, then they're not going to sleep with 5 guys next week?
If they actually
Oh,
They
no,
actually
no.
follow. There's a
Or-
difference between religion and
Well,
follow.
hold on. Does that mean every girl that goes to church doesn't have sex until marriage?
Not if they
No.
follow it correct.
Well,
yeah, if they're actual followers of Jesus.
Hold on a
and they believe
second.
it.
You
Doesn't
can't say
Jesus
someone's
accept
an actual
everybody?
Yes, you
follower.
can.
No, you
110 million
can't.
you can.
Brother, you're wearing mixed linens right now. That means you're not an
That's
actual
Old
follower.
Testament. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
And there it
Get
is.
outta
See?
here, bro. See, that's the
See?
problem with religion. There's always there's always an
Exactly.
exception to the rule when it doesn't.
We're veering off topic.
So
again.
what Bible
We're veering
verse?
way off topic again.
Well, no, because when it comes to religion and fucking relationships, like
It
Jesus.
is a
Yeah,
big
that
topic.
is-
It is
that's
actually a
part of
huge
it.
thing. And the thing is, like that, people like you. I feel like that was.
No, say you like me. Say you
bro,
like me.
wow,
like
like
you.
you.
They like
Did you
you.
say
Say it with
black?
the chest.
Now, I wonder which one. Like,
Hey,
fucking
you
Jesus.
like
hard R.
you love to go back to the old, like the Bible's there.
You
as
mean
a
like the
fool to
original Bible
show-
or like the second Bible that was written by a bunch of fucking other people?
No, the Trump Bible where
Reinterpreted,
that's
rewritten.
manufactured in China with half the amendments in it.
Before you start like roasting the religion, let me speak here.
Bro, I'm
The
sorry.
reason
A
for the
book
whole- the whole
telling
book
me
is
what to
there.
do that's been changed and edited by fucking a million fucking people along
let
the
him get
fucking
It
his
hasn't
way.
been
shit off.
changed. I didn't
Let-
know. It's been the same since the David.
So
Let
why
him-
is there an old and a new?
Can I speak to that?
Sure,
That's
why
what I'm
not?
trying to get to.
Let's get into
The
that.
reason why the book has everything is to show you what people had to go through and what they had to believe in and follow before Jesus came and was able to run through those temptations and run through the works of life as an actual person. He
Bro,
came
Jesus
down-
was on
Hold-
life
hold
for
on.
like
Wait,
on
let-
land
let-
for like 7 days.
Yeah, so hold on.
And then he
Wait,
got
Will,
killed.
let me
No,
handle
he
this one.
ruled
'cause I
Hey
can-
guys, what's this got to do with breakups and dating?
Yeah, moving on.
religion-
Next
Yeah.
subject.
So like,
so-
I thought we agreed to limit religion, and
Yeah.
at a certain point,
Yeah.
it is going to
We'll
be
debate
very
that.
attacking
Yeah.
on some episodes. That's some things people hold dearly.
100%.
So we'll
let's
do that
let's
another
weave
time.
let's weave
Let's
back.
do that another time.
Let's weave back to Mo's topic.
Yeah. So,
So
the
arranged marriages.
arranged marriage, why they tend to last a lot longer or have a not sex, successful rate,
Eventually.
higher successful rate is more so that when they do get married and everything, they take that bond very, very seriously in a sense to where they will work out problems. Like they will die trying work those problems out no matter what. Like I'll give my a prime example. My parents, they've had their fair shares of ups and downs. They really have. But they've been married 50 years, and there's a reason for that. Like for all the hardships that they've gone through, at the end of the day, they've put the negatives aside, not just aside, but solved the negatives, and they've put the negatives aside because the fact that
They accept each other.
They accept each other, and that marriage means something to them till this day.
Right.
It's still a very, very big part of their everyday life. They truly, genuinely care for each other. So no matter even a lot of times in arranged marriages, like the parents will hate each other, but for the sake of their kids, they will still stay together because it's the legacy part of it is there. So no matter what, at the end of the day, they're gonna put that difference aside of them hating each other for their kids. They will work through those problems at the end of
Do
the
they
day, no
have
matter what.
do they have side bitches though?
No. I mean, I can,
Not
I
that you
can,
know
I
of.
can tell
Those
you
are
that.
Mormons, buddy. Those are Mormons.
I can tell you, but like
Those
I
are sister
know,
wives.
I know couples that are
Sister.
arranged that have been that are a product of an arranged marriage, and they literally, I mean, they won't sleep in the same bed or anything like that, and they hate each other. When I say hate, I mean they
But they're
genuinely
married.
hate.
I know a
but they're
Catholic
still
family
married,
like that.
Yeah.
and they're still sitting there providing for their family, their kids, and they're going out of their way to do those things,
And they do some
still
sly shit on the side.
I'm sure they do. Whether
There's
they,
some, but
we-
ultimately, marriage is marriage.
marriage is marriage.
You literally
and
have
that
no say
means
in who it is, though.
something.
Like you have no say or any opinion on arranged marriages.
Do I have an opinion
Yeah,
on it?
on arranged marriages. Do you have any opinion on it at all? Like,
Well, not
as in,
opinion,
like,
do you have a
if your
say
mom's
in,
like,
yes or
"Hey,
no?"
this is the girl," like they don't be like, "Do
Like
you
the
like
next
her?"
day, I mean, I will have to. I look at it this way. At this point in time, if I wanted to say, like, this is not the girl I want to marry, Mom, she will respect my decision of me not wanting to marry her.
Okay.
Back in the day, that was not so much the case. Like, they would be like, for instance, like when my dad and my mom got married, it was more so my dad was presented with a proposal, and he was like, "All right, this is it. That's what we're doing." That's how it was with my aunts, uncles, and so on and so
So
forth.
they didn't meet before the wedding.
No. Nowadays it's yeah. So it was literally like if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think my dad saw my mom in person. He just based it off of a picture and like that was it. But
Tinder.
now it's
Tinder, yeah.
all over again.
He swiped right.
It's worse they can edit the photos now.
Even prior to them getting married, I don't even think they like genuinely got to get to know each other a whole lot. It was just a very like they got married and that's where their journey began. That's where they got to like really see each other's habits and get to know each other and stuff. Now in arranged marriages, it's more so that like you do get to meet in person, you get to have a conversation. And they'll
Check out
hang
each
out.
other's Instagram, see how many followers they got.
Yeah, like,
See if there's
well,
am I
yeah,
gonna
they
get
do-
any clout on this shit or what? Like, hey, I just need to see how many music videos they got in their fucking Dubai fucking photos, and then I will fucking consider this.
And
Do we have any
so like
mutual
they'll
friends?
they'll get to know each other and things of that nature now, and then they decide whether or not they're gonna actually go through with it or not.
Put them through the AI fucking matchmaker on OnlyFans. Like,
Oh, man. That's the next evolution in
I knew this
arranged
chick looked
marriages.
familiar. She's got 25 fucking OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as my thing is that I will take my parents wanting me to be, if it came down to being an arranged marriage, I will take that with a lot of respect and everything. But whether it's ultimately it's my choice. So I think my parents will respect that, whether which route I choose to go, whether it's love marriage or arranged marriage. My parents will respect that. It's not like that in every family, so I'm just speaking on my behalf. But my parents will give me that choice whether I choose to do it as an arranged marriage or whether I choose to do it as a love marriage.
Do the girls have as much say as the man does at all?
I thought you were gonna say,
Yeah.
do they have as much like pubic hair as the man does?
They don't shave unless there's a ring on it.
No, bring it back.
But like, so
One of my-
if
one
the
of my
male's
friends-
presented to the female, does she be like, I don't think he's my type, kind of thing? Is that
Yeah,
still
she can
okay?
say now she can say no. Yeah,
I figured
now.
like,
Or
back
I mean,
then it's like
one of my really
Women have
good friends
rights
that I
now,
went to elementary school with, she probably rejected like 10 or 12 proposals before she was like, all right, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna settle down with. Yeah. Like, and then she was like, all right, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna settle down with.
All right, so here we talked about a bunch of stuff. We're closing on 2 hours. Let's talk about
do
your
another
last
2.
relationships and hear where they went good and where they went bad.
Our last ones?
Yeah, the last one.
Can I go last?
Oh, definitely not.
No, you're going first.
Just because you asked, let's hear about how that went. Let's hear you first, Anthony. How'd your last relationship end up?
Well, clearly ended poorly because I'm single, but there was a lot of good things. It made me very happy. I was very happy to be involved with them. Very happy I even had it. But like I said with Pupple, my last relationships, one of the major things losing it was lack of communication on some things. And then, as I think we talked about, with some outside influence on some other things, but essentially it came as a surprise to me when the end happened. And a lot of those problems I talk about a lot with other guys and some of the guys in this class of our exes, and you see a lot of somebody about how they act after a relationship when it's hard to do what's right or do what you should do. You see what people are at their lowest. When things are good and easy, people can do the right thing all the day. But when things are hard, that's how you find out. That doesn't make that's who they are. And one of the things I think about a lot in all my relationships is there's a Jordan Peterson quote where he talks about where love and relationships is about finding the best in that person and working every day to try to make that come out. But that is also, you have to accept the worst in them. But the worst has to be enough somebody who communicates and still works through it.
Evan.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
I had a lot of whiskey.
That was deep, like the last dick you took in your ass.
Whoa. Fisting.
That kind of
It was a
Courtesy
you are
of
no,
Evan
It was a
Williams.
fist. It was a
no
fist.
longer allowed on the Guys Night podcast with that fucking nonsense. I wanted to hear some crazy shit like she decided to fucking sleep with fucking 10 guys at a fucking party one night, and I said that was enough.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Anthony. Oh,
All right, Evan, go ahead. We missed you. Let's hear about. I haven't seen you. Well, that's not true. I've seen you with a couple of different girls.
Okay, my last
Barbell Barbie.
One of the
That's the
debatable
last,
would be a guy.
Barbell Barbie was the last one I saw bring around.
No, this last serious girlfriend I've had was probably about 5 years ago. Seriously.
God damn, just mowing through the OnlyFans fucking things.
No,
Like,
it's
fuck
just,
it.
I have like certain stipulations when it comes to dating girls. They have to be able to go to the gym, or at least try to go to the gym. And they have to be somewhat stable and emotion. Because the last girl I dated, there was a red flags I should have saw ahead of time. that I ignored. I really ignored.
Like she could read and you couldn't.
Oh my god!
You're dyslexic. What are you fucking saying?
She better also have dyslexia.
No, no.
His name is Tom.
No, I just and I maybe I didn't get in enough of her. Like I was not into some of her hobbies because over the last few months we dated, she really got into that. What was it called? That Reiki healing stuff.
Like women.
It's healing stones and stuff.
She got into women, and that's why.
She was all into that. She was about that chakra life.
Like, yeah,
Because
she was.
that's the girl you said that was gay, right?
No.
She turned out to be gay. Oh, that's a different one.
that's a different
shit.
one.
Let me shut up. My bad.
No, that was a different one. But no,
Her
she.
vagina must have tasted like Cheetos.
Yo, what?
You're
Wow,
canceled. You're done. You're done.
Are you even allowed to say that? What does God think about you saying that right now?
What kind of girl
Well,
are
if
you
he was a
fucking
trooper,
with? You know what Cheeto vagina tastes like? It, Danny. Is that what? Are we trying to find something out about you right now?
Guys Night merchandise available on the website. Did it taste like a Cheeto? If it didn't, it didn't happen.
No, I just I could have gotten more in her like maybe hobbies and maybe I could have maybe listened to her a little bit more. But I was one of those guys that literally got comfortable in a relationship and just let her do her own thing, and then. I think I got too comfortable in it, and it just let her do her own thing. I didn't really communicate.
And then started fucking other dudes.
Not other dudes.
I don't know what.
Oh,
I
you
don't
guys
know,
dated the same girl? Oh, okay.
Because communication just started losing, like slowing off after like 6 months, the last 6 months, and it just plummeted after that. And she got emotional every time we hung out. Literally, she started crying one time when we just went out
Stop
to dinner.
shaking the table, you
I'm
fucking Neanderthal. Jesus Christ.
Evan angry, Evan smash.
So I don't know. It could have been my part, it could have been her part, but it just ended real bad. Right, 2 weeks before Christmas, she broke up with me.
Hopefully they didn't buy her anything.
Or
if you did,
I
they
mean,
had a
like
fucking
literally,
Amazon
Merry
return
Christmas.
policy.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm like, seriously. I'm like, that's what people ask me why I don't like Christmas, and that's one of the main. She was the second girl that broke up with me right before Christmas.
The second is
Second,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was you. Yeah.
You
I get
need
a
to
third
stop. You need to stop dating Jews.
All right. Hey, next up, do you care to share? Do you not want to share?
I'll share.
The man,
Safe space.
the myth, the legend.
Legend.
Ladies, we have Lester here.
Lester.
Wearing an Evan Williams shirt. He's about to chug this whole fucking glass after he shares his fucking achy,
Give me your
breaky heart.
keys.
Before he shares.
Okay.
Break it down. What happened? What happened, Lester? You're single. Got a great job. Got your own place. Fucking man of the fucking people. What'd that bitch do to you?
Oh.
First of all, not a bitch. I still love her. I respect her.
How long did you guys date?
Probably around 6 months, 7 months,
Including
But-
talking.
How long has it been since you were not together?
almost a year, and I am still going through it.
Wow. Okay.
But
That's real.
yeah,
You and Danny should talk. Emotions. Lean on each other.
I would.
Maybe
I'm
maybe
here for my friends.
maybe handle
you,
his
dog.
dick a little bit. That gay shit. All right, no, seriously. Go ahead, right?
Anyway.
Gays are still
Go ahead,
men.
go ahead,
Gays
go
are
ahead.
still men.
My
It's
bad.
okay.
Go ahead. What happened? Talk to us.
well, we had different views on certain things, and we couldn't get past. I don't know. Like, it's harder to talk about.
You want
really,
to
but,
share what the actual difference was?
I think a lot of it was religion,
Yeah.
but
Like,
you
can we
know,
get specific? Because I know a little bit, but I don't want to like share shit that you don't want to share.
I won't go into deep detail, but
But
yeah,
but the religion caused a change in the middle of your relationship, right?
yeah.
Like some things
But
happened.
that wasn't like the biggest thing. Like I could have adapted to that. But
Right.
I don't
Do you think it was more of an excuse for other problems or something else going on, or
I just think that I'm gonna say this like in a good way, but
Pretend they're not listening. Just a guy.
they probably
They'll
are,
never
but,
hear
like,
it.
she doesn't
probably
speak
not.
English? It's fine.
Oh my god!
Bruh.
Wow.
Let him actually share though.
I lost my train of thought now. But I think if we had more time and we actually worked things out, and she gave me more time, we would have been still together today. I don't think that we gave it enough time because to me, she was exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting a little emotional right now.
Yeah, that's all
right,
right,
dude, it's
Hey,
It's the
listen,
That's
you
nice.
get
That
you
is
get
all
emotional
right.
with your guys, all right? You don't do that shit with women because we already talked about that. But that's why we made this fucking podcast, so that way we can have a platform for people to feel comfortable, guys to feel comfortable talking with each other about shit that we can't always talk about. But brother, you know we fucking love you, man, on some gay shit, dude.
You can trauma dump us. We won't break up with you. It's fine.
So here's what I'll say, and I agree. Like, you know, obviously going through a breakup is hard, especially when it's like not something that you wanted, right? Like you obviously feel for this girl still today, and just because it was maybe short doesn't necessarily mean like there wasn't something, you know, deeper there. But looking back, can you think of something that you would do differently? Like, the way I look at it is like, okay, so like that relationship ended. Looking at yourself, like, are you like, yeah, I could have probably done this or this or this?
Yeah,
Like,
I tried to. In the past, I overshared my feelings. Like I was wearing my heart on my sleeve, basically.
Yeah.
So I thought if I pulled that back and was more of a man and just like held back my emotions and didn't share as much, then I wouldn't like get hurt in the end. But I ended up not sharing enough.
Yeah.
And
It's a balancing act, man, for sure.
it's
It
a
definitely
hell
is
of a
balancing
balancing
act.
act. And you know, I could have done better on communication and stuff, but
here's what I would say to you as we're sitting right across from each other right now. I would say, like, you're not giving yourself enough, right? Like, you're looking as like, and in this situation, I do know both people, but if I didn't, I would say, like, maybe she just wasn't the one.
It's not your fault.
Like,
Is what we're saying.
Not even that. Like, there's probably some shit that's your fault.
Yes.
Right? Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, it doesn't matter how a relationship ends. Like, but it not your fault in the sense like you cheated. Like, it's your fault as like, bro, you didn't match. Like, a lot of stuff might have been good, but like in the future, like there might have been a lot less or a lot of more worse. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that maybe like as you guys started like panning down the future, like would have been a problem later. And it's not necessarily because you didn't have the qualities of a good person. It just was the qualities that weren't going to match that person. And for whatever reason, like wherever they were getting these reasons you could be together, like fucking, they're not going to go away. So better that you did it now rather than being 4 or 5 years down the road, or God forbid a year or two into a marriage or talking about kids and like then it becoming a problem because now you're affecting more lives. You know what I mean? So obviously you're still attached to this person, but I would say like, dude, you're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at it as like an opportunity that left you when you should be looking at it as like you have the opportunity to fucking find somebody better.
Or grow.
Yeah. There's no one better or worse than another person. Just someone better for you, you know. And I mean, like
Agreed.
we all got that person that got away, and like
Not
we
me.
all have
Not
that.
me. She's got me captured. I'm not going anywhere. Fucking lock and key.
Oh my god! But we all have that person. I mean, that like you know, we have that. Man, I could have done this. I could have done. I still absolutely have that fucking person for me as well. But like at some point, you just meet somebody that's better aligned with you, and all of a sudden you fucking forget about that person that you spent every goddamn day thinking about. And like obviously that just is lip service until it fucking happens, but it's gonna happen. Like you're a genuine fucking dude, bro. Like it's not like, once again, it's not like you fucking cheated or you just like threw her through a fucking wall or something like that. Like, no, you're a genuine ass dude just from talking to you and hanging around you. But like you're just finding someone better for you later on.
Do you think it was the smaller things that just kind of turned into bigger things, or like there was bigger major issues that just never got addressed?
Man, we're really prying the
I
fuck
know,
into this,
he's
man.
like, I
God
don't
damn,
know.
I'm so sorry,
Just
Lester.
give
We didn't
them
mean to
one
put you on
speech
blast.
Like,
and then
God, I just love PBR and fucking.
I just want to be happy.
All right, David, let's get to the goods. Let's get to the fucking old man fucking McGee over
shit.
there.
There we go.
We're gonna skip you, Mo, because we already heard enough
Did
about
she
your
take her
relationship.
dentures out first?
And you made it.
Yo.
You made
She
it
helped you
clear
make-
that we can't rouse Mo on fucking line. Like,
Did you meet her
we're not
making
allowed to
Easter
bring him
Island
up.
heads?
So how many? You're single, but how many girls are you?
Yo.
Conversating
On
with?
your boat
Making whoopee with.
in the middle of Lake Erie.
You get it because that's a throwback to the Newlyweds game.
Do you guys want to know what the body count is?
No.
Yes.
I won't shake your hand again if it's in the triple digits.
Yes, you will. Don't be a bitch.
Was it you and another person that had like like women had nicknames attached to them? Like fucking.
I'm sure I'm
fucking,
I'm one of them.
It was potted and fucking.
what?
Oh yeah, dude.
Who did?
Potted though is what they were called.
Oh,
Who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
What?
The fuck is potting?
wild,
First of all,
actually.
You know.
Never heard of her.
No names.
No names, please.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Oh! It just clicked.
Hootenanny.
Yeah.
He goes to church. I'm serious. It's like he goes to church now.
Wait, no, he doesn't.
Jesus, why you can have that one
I
back.
don't know if he believes
Who else
he goes to church.
Yeah.
Same, but no.
Well, so I'm not damaged. Well, I'm probably damaged. At least I don't feel damaged.
It's like I'm damaging other people.
Yeah.
In the back.
One or two at a time.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
So, as the other guy at the table who was dating in the 90s, I'm not the only one, fucker. Yeah, you know, back in the day, you know.
Back in the day when chicks' thongs showed above their low-rise pants.
Oh, my
Yeah.
What do you mean back in the
Say it
day? That
again.
shit still happens.
No,
again.
dude. Now
Say it
those
again.
fucking jeans go up to their fucking navel, fucking
Stupid.
high-rise
their navel,
bullshit.
fuck.
Then now you can't tell what you got underneath the fucking wrapper until you fucking undo the bow and ribbon,
It's
dude.
like a light potato chip
Jesus,
bag. It's all
bro.
there. I can't.
And then I know you've seen those TikToks like, oh, look at me. Like fucking, yeah, when that dude unzips that pants and that shit hits him in the fucking face and be like, where did the fucking Thanksgiving turkey come from? Did you steal that from the grocery store? No, it's my high-rise pants.
Brother, what? So Will hates high-waisted pants and skinny jeans.
Genocide to pants. That's what it is.
Back
God.
in my
That's not
day,
David
we
fucking
walked
talk.
uphill and to it
I'm
front
just
door.
saying, look, in the 90s, 2000s, you knew what you were getting when you took something home. Now, you have to go through 3 layers of fucking clothing, and you might find an extra 75 pounds of white meat.
Or penis.
Or dark. depending on what your
Why'd you
flavor
look
is.
at me when you said that, first off?
I wanted to make sure you didn't feel left out. So I
I
Put an emphasis on that R.
don't. Hey, but there's a reason why they call it a nut check, all right?
So, you know, you'd meet a girl out at the bar or wherever, and then, you know, you've got to, like, you know, you got to talk to them and you got to listen to them and stuff. You know, there's no Instagram. There was none of that. You know, you give them your beeper number. And then,
Oh my god.
hope it doesn't blow
I'll
up.
beep you tomorrow.
Hope it doesn't blow up when you get the page.
Yo, that was the last podcast.
Yo, DTF.
so, you know, you would have to find all the red flags organically. Like, you know, it just happened when you're going out and everything. Like, you know, today, obviously, you know a million things about these people before you even go out after you've met them because you've looked at their Instagram, and you know it takes away a lot of the mystery. But I guess if I went back and talked to 21-year-old me, you know, I started working pretty young, so I found at least financial stability kind of sorta pretty quickly. I mean, I spent everything I made, so you know it looked impressive, but I didn't really save a lot of money back then. But you know,
Genius.
right?
Fuck saving money, dude. Acquire
Yeah.
assets.
Well, I did all that in the middle, and then now I'm like 21-year-old me now. You know, trips to Europe or wherever. Go to.
Do you need a
Moe's.
boyfriend?
You hear that, ladies? If you're looking to do a fucking photo shoot in a foreign country, call David.
Yeah.
And
Available.
Evan, apparently,
Single.
'cause he can
Or
take the
Evan.
pictures.
Evan will take the
Or
pictures.
my wingman right over there. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you know we all have the great white buffalo that got away, like Paul got that. Right
I
on
do
cue.
not have a white buffalo.
Right on cue.
We get it. You love your wife, Will. We get it, Will.
I know Chance the Rapper came to this podcast.
Just in case you're listening, babe, I have no white buffalo.
But if you screw up, he will leave you right now.
But we do have 3 doors, front, back, and side. If you don't like what I have to say, then you can walk out any one of them, and I'll find another buffalo.
Oof.
Keep going, Dave.
I don't know if I can. Let me find the strength here. No, so anyway, I had a like sort of what I thought was we'll call it a breakthrough earlier with a couple of things you guys were talking about. We were kind of clowning on you over Free Palestine on your Tinder. You know, I kind of think that you have to own who you are as a man whatever type of man you are. There's a bazillion different types of men out there. There's, whether it was the way you were raised or, just how you feel, whatever, we're all different inside, but you've got to own that 100%. And I could look back at, times in my 20s where, I failed, and I failed a lot. I tended to fail upward, coincidentally with relationships and stuff, had a marriage in there. I was married, by the way. You guys probably don't even know that, but
I did.
I honestly didn't until today.
Yeah, it's not important.
No one cares. Yeah, I didn't last. Why isn't
We don't want to hear about that shit.
No,
We want to hear about the now.
Hey, Dave, we appreciate you, man.
Okay, good.
We love you, Dave.
It's David, not Dave, by the
David,
way.
my bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck. Call me whatever you want.
Just
But anyway, it's an interesting world out there. My success in today's dating world is just being myself and owning it. Like, in our circle of friends, I've got nicknames. I don't give a fuck. You can call me whatever you want. But I've spent, and I'm gonna probably spend every day till the day I die focusing, on myself, my business, my friendships. I mean, that's really all that's important to me. And if a relationship comes along and it works, that's fantastic. I'm divorced you, like, as you said, like, if you didn't have an awesome home and wife and family and everything, you'd be gone. Well, that's me.
Yeah. And you enjoy it, right?
I love it.
Like, honestly, like, you don't depend on anybody else for your happiness.
I do not. Well, you guys.
No. Mistake.
And Evan Williams, please sponsor us. We're broke.
That's my dude.
But I think that's a key part in, like, finding a relationship, too. Like, having that confidence in yourself. Like, you know what? Like, I'll give you a great example. One of my best friends to this day, have been friends for, 25 years.
We are your best friends, fucker.
Yeah, what a
Well,
dick.
there's an additional. Anyhow, 25 fucking years, and I'll never forget his girl. She was toxic as fuck, and he broke up with her for like the 18th time. And this dude, I had to like get him to move into my house and stay at my house because if I didn't have him there and keep him occupied, like he would go back to her.
Like heroin.
And it was like, bro, like. He's like, I just can't be alone. I'm like, well, fucking, I guess stay at my house. We'll fucking play. And this is I was
Get a
like
dog,
20. I was
bro.
like 22 years old. I was like, well, let's just fucking play video games and drink beer and get fucked up. Like we work at the same place. We'll make it happen. And like that's a problem with a lot of people. They just don't know how to like just enjoy yourself. Like you don't have to always be looking for the fucking next conquest or the next person. Like you don't need to be in a relationship. Like. I find that you'll accidentally find a great relationship just being you. Like, dude, I was 30 when I got divorced. I spent 3 years, like, I hadn't played football since I was in high school. I played 3 years of semi-pro football, got in the best shape of my fucking life, and then randomly went to get a haircut, and I met my wife. Like, complete accident was, like, the only 2 dating that I did in that 3 years before that were, like, 1 month and 3 months, like, hang out for a little bit, but, like, yeah, this is what I want. And it was an accidental match, like versus like when I was actively trying to get into a relationship, like I'm like, I mean, I guess I could put up with this, and this, and I'd be like, you know what, fuck that. Like I don't have to put up with any of this. I just be by myself. I'm fucking happy. Like I don't care. And I think that a lot of people have that issue, like of just it's gonna be me. And if something comes along the way, great. Like I don't have to fit into that find somebody to make me happy type thing. All right, Andrew, you're up. Last relationship.
Oh boy, I get to talk again. Yay.
It's yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
damn.
Except blood comes out of his ears.
He has an ulcer from holding it back for so
Hey,
long.
yo.
Dude, I think there's something wrong with AI. I fucking had it go through our last podcast and create a bunch of shorts, and it literally like focused on Andrew the whole time.
Yeah,
It had,
that
like,
shit
wonder
was
why.
weird, bro.
and it
that's
started out
Professional
with the
yapper.
worst looks. Like Andrew be like, I disapprove of everything you guys say.
No, deadass. That's
And it
me
was
listening
like-
to y'all talk half the fucking time. Cause y'all say some. Listen, I love y'all, but y'all say some dumb shit sometimes, and I do too,
yeah.
which is valid.
I say a lot of dumb shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, once again, I'm dumb as fuck,
Name one dumb
boy.
thing said at this table tonight. I dare you.
brother. Skinny jeans or high waisted pants, or do you want to go to? But
It's like,
nah.
why are you fucking dogging my fucking wardrobe? I like skinny jeans and high waisted fucking What do you got on there?
Christmas pants.
Brother,
And free Palestine.
He's got high-waisted
Yeah, I got
pajamas.
I got high-waisted pajama pants. Yeah.
What's under that though?
All right, let's talk. Let's
You don't
talk
wanna
about
know.
what happened. We got probably like another 15 minutes.
Yeah. So my most recent relationship, that one, it ended for a myriad of reasons, but it kind of chalked up to, what the fuck, Anthony? What was even that? what was even that?
Keep focused.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn, bro, you got
Bro,
more hair
put,
on you
Evan,
than
put
an
that
80s
shit
boy.
away, bro. God
Chewbacca.
damn, man.
Clearly, you weren't.
It's
It's
the Viking in me.
If you took 500 porn magazines from the 70s and 80s, it would not
be the
equal
front
the amount of
page runner.
chest hair on
And
fucking
if
Evan.
you shaved off all the fucking dudes and put it.
If you're looking for some facial hair, contact them.
But anyway, so before my ADHD kicked the fuck in, my last relationship, like I said, in it for like a myriad of reasons. We were trying to kind of work through shit a lot, but it came down to a lot of, she'd say the right things and then wouldn't act on it. So the goalpost kept getting moved and moved and moved. And I just kind of had a moment of, there's a lot of things that were screaming at me, but like, I had a moment of, it's not the fact that I don't love her, because if you fall out of love, you were never in love. That's just not a fucking thing. So it came down to, not that I didn't love her, but I love myself too much to keep putting up with shit like that. Like, I'm very big on, if I love you, I'm gonna treat you a certain kind of way, but I also love myself, so I'm not gonna accept a certain amount of, or a certain type of treatment. So wish her nothing but the best. Hope she's moved on and done her thing and is doing her thing. She's gonna find her person. Just, it's not me. And that sucks for a while. I had to get over that, but it's like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Once again, like we were saying to Lester, it's like, not like I'm trying to find anybody better than her, because that means that I'm still hung up over the shit. And that's, that's just not me right now for this person.
Hypergamy can kill a lot of relationships.
Right, exactly, yeah. So I'm not hung up over that. That's fucking weird. But it's just the fact that I'm just gonna find somebody better aligned with me. I'm moving my purpose. I'm doing my own thing. I'm happy. I love myself. I love the people that I surround myself with. So I'm, very happy. Yeah, as much as it sucked at the time, I'm very happy with how things turned out. So fuck it.
You love us?
I mean, not you.
Oh,
but
that's
like,
fair.
nah, but
Nobody loves me.
Wrinkly
It's fine.
fucking shirt, motherfucker.
Hey,
I
it's
can't believe
for
you wore that in here.
You can't even get 2 fingers in.
It's a shop at Baby Gap.
just like Evan's ass.
All right, Danny, you want to share your last relationship?
So, to be clarify on
Hercules,
last
Hercules.
person I talked with, was talking with, or like actual girlfriend.
Actual girlfriend.
Committed
No. Do the last one.
So I'll start by saying one I've
Do the
never
last
been
one.
in a long-term relationship. It's just never been good luck for me. I
Like
just-
never
I don't-
been in a long-term
Like a
relationship.
year has never been on my books. I just never
What
had.
was your longest relationship?
Has
you've been
anybody
in?
here not been in a relationship over a year? Over
Like-
a year?
Over a year.
You're currently with some.
Well, I'm not talking. Like I've had
never
a
been in a
relationship where
relationship
Hey,
it
David,
didn't
anybody
last.
with a year over?
have.
I was in one for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
A year and a half.
3
That's
years.
over a year.
Yeah, it's over a year.
Oh, over a year.
Okay, they
I
didn't
thought
teach
I
you.
had-
Yeah, Kevin.
I had 3 years.
Mine
Somebody
is
bring out
yeah.
the fucking cave stone and fucking
so my longest relationship was 6 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I
Do you think there's a chance you like dudes?
Hermaphrodites?
I'm just messing with you, my guy. Hey,
I don't know. I don't
Chicks with
have.
dicks?
I just don't have luck. I guess. I mean, I don't think.
is it luck or is there
It's not
something?
luck.
Like, who
That-
breaks it off usually, you or her?
them?
So at a certain
Really?
point,
But I
Therapy.
speak woman. Anyways,
if you
it's
talk to
God,
women
you
like
talk
that,
to
you'd
him
have
like
one.
that? Jesus.
to him.
Maybe he isn't a deuce then.
So I don't really know what it is yet. I'm gonna figure out at some point. But lately, I've been taking just time to myself at this point. But I don't know what I've done wrong. None of them has ever told me what I've done wrong. I'm nice. I'm there for them. It wasn't until recently where I became more like vulnerable and things. But in this relationship, like it's a perfect example. Nothing was wrong. We never argued. We hung out at least twice a week, but we did things together. We actually made memories. Her parents loved me. She was the first girl I wanted to actually meet my mom. Like my mother has never met any of my girlfriends because I just don't think my mom raised me and my sister completely by herself. So I look at my mom as like a very important person. Yes.
Is this the most recent one you're talking about, or the?
My most recent actual relationship.
So how long
Not
ago was this?
who
So
we know about.
okay, so
Not the
that's not that
situation.
version.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was great. Like she was my first love. And I knew it because like I've never been in love before. And when I was with her, like it was just like easy. It was
how did
easy.
that end?
She literally told me she just lost feelings for me. That's it.
So she found somebody else.
Yep, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so she was already.
And-
Yeah,
so
that was-
like
yeah.
like 2 months
I know who
before
it is.
that.
That's how
There
that
was some
shit goes.
sneaky linking going.
And it
on.
was it sucks because like I said, like I think about her now as like something I should look for, and like in a way where how they treat me, because she never gave me anxiety. She always told me what was on her mind until the end. It was easy to talk to her. We had fun together. Again, parents loved me, and she was just generally a great human being.
Sounds like you were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kinda-
while we're like
Yeah,
best
yeah.
friends, but dating, like
You know,
we're together.
it kind of sounds like you guys were in the like friend zone, but dating zone almost, like over the line a little bit.
No, we were full on dating.
Well, that's like I said before. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy.
Because
That's
sometimes
why I
you
said
do need to part of being a man. Like, yes, you can be vulnerable and talk about feelings and things of that nature, but you do at points need to set down boundaries because, and as she should hold you accountable for things, there are things she's going to do that's
You're gonna take this.
We talked about feelings whenever there was any, but like we didn't have arguments or anything.
no, but like there were things she was probably doing
There's
that
things
wasn't
she
appropriate.
no, there's probably things she was looking for that you weren't offering.
or
Yeah,
that.
because just because nothing's wrong doesn't mean that everything's right.
Easy doesn't mean good.
100%.
I wouldn't know. But she's told me about countless of times that like I was definitely the type of guy she's been looking for.
Did
So
you
I don't
tell
know
her
how
that
to
she could peg you? Maybe that's what
So
it was.
she was a lying bitch, is what I'm hearing.
But I still love
lot
her,
of pegging
and
tonight.
me and her are actually pretty close. Like when we
I'd
broke
hate
up,
to see the fucking internet browsers of this fucking group.
when we broke up, she told me her dad started crying when we broke up because apparently he like.
So
loved
you
me.
reminded her of her
but
dad. That was the problem.
So like here's an example though. Like this would have been a perfect time for you to be like, listen, whatever, I'll be better off without you. But let me ask you this: what on earth makes you think you're gonna find somebody better than me?
Whip it all out. Whip out all
Like
those 2 inches.
yeah,
in that great
you're
personality.
coming from a place of vulnerability. Like fuck that, dude. Like you need to look at it as like, well, you're making a big fucking mistake. Hey, can I ask you, how'd you do the math?
Yeah.
Like seriously, like where did you come up with the fact that 4 + 4 = fucking 16? Because you're gonna fucking not do way better than me anywhere.
Well, I don't think about it nowadays like that.
Danny,
It's just
you're a
like,
catch.
I
I'm gonna say it
would
outright.
believe
You're a
so.
catch, my guy. So you got to make sure you know it, because if you don't believe it, how the hell are they gonna believe it?
Yeah, don't be so fucking nice, bro. Be conceited a little bit.
A little bit.
It's really hard for me to do that. So
And
like,
don't try to compete with others.
the thing is, I was
Not
raised,
like
I
Mo
was
or me
raised
level,
by
but, like,
women. Like there's not a lot of
healthy.
father figures in my life, so I have like
You got
I
me.
love everyone, and
got me.
like when it comes to women, I don't like I'm masculine for no reason. I don't like treat them like garbage or anything, or
You don't have
have
to treat
that.
a woman to be garbage to be
Well,
masculine.
I just- I don't
I don't
explain
think
it,
that's
but I
what
can't.
most women like. We joke and we say shit that's vulgar as fuck because it's funny, whatever. We're just goofing around, but like, I don't think you have to be vulgar and disrespectful to be masculine.
No. Yeah, the
Like-
slightest thing you can do to a woman is be nice to her, bro. Dead ass.
Well, all I'm
Yeah.
saying is the point where like the way that most men are with women, and the whatever the hell you just said I had to be, whatever that word was, I don't remember what it was.
Nice.
No. I'm already nice. I'm just me.
A big bitch.
It tends to just I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you. I don't know why it goes wrong. I don't know how it goes wrong. No one's ever actually explained to me what the problem was.
Did you ask?
Yeah.
Like, how did you say it? Were you like,
I was like,
hey, what do
I
you
was
mean?
like,
Why are you
so
breaking
like,
up
quick
with me?
question. Well, what happened?
Why don't you say it like?
And it always ends up the same
Where's
way.
she- all right,
I just
how
need to
long
work for
ago was this?
myself. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm
How
like,
long ago was this
okay.
relationship?
A year ago.
And she was fucking around behind your back probably because you said
I
that
wouldn't.
Two
I
weeks
wouldn't
later,
know.
she was
the
dating.
girl she is.
Never know.
No.
She was mentally
Never
fucking
know.
somebody.
I would not
Mentally,
believe
maybe.
that.
2 weeks, bro. I want you to
I
think
just-
about like if you got out of a breakup, like
Wasn't it an
2
ex
weeks.
that
Huh?
she
It's
did?
an
She
ex
it was
that
an
you
ex.
know.
I know him.
You
I know.
know.
Oh, I know her. I don't
know.
know the ex that she ditched you for.
No,
It wasn't
no.
the
All right,
dude in
so
it.
hold on. So, have you talked to her since then?
We're pretty close. Actually,
Close.
I'm over the relationship. She
Yeah,
was
but
also
why
like-
don't you straight up ask her, like in a hard way, like, no, don't give me no pussy fucking answer. I can handle it. I'm a fucking man.
I tell most of them that. I'm like,
Now,
just
hold
because
on a
I was,
second.
No, but how do you say it?
Yeah, like
I-
I mean,
I
like
just-
say it violently.
No, I
No,
don't.
I can't be that. I
Yes,
can't
you
be
can.
violent.
Aggressive.
Yeah, you could literally
Yeah,
ask her in a
got
sense, be like, look, you're
You
in a
can text her
relationship
right.
or
In
whatever.
fact, get your phone out and text her that
Hey, I'll
right
type
now.
it, bro.
I'm gonna help
Let's
you.
fucking get it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna help you guys right now. I'm gonna be like,
Call her
Guys,
right now.
Let's go.
I know
You
who it
can
is. I'll
literally
call her.
ask her
I
to
have her
sex
number. I will
word.
call her right now.
let's do it.
Ah.
Text her right now.
Danny, you can
Hey.
literally ask her word for word and be like, "What was in me that was missing that
No,
made you
fuck
want to
that.
go?"
No,
with
no,
her?"
no, no,
You don't
no,
fucking
no,
ask her that.
no.
No, Danny, here's what you say. Be like, I noticed the guy you're with now.
David, you know who it is. This sounds like a terrible idea.
No, what you do, I would never say this, but you should definitely say this. You say, bitch, are you retarded?
Hey, I'm serious. I
I
was
know you're
starting
not
out like,
retarded, but
yeah,
you
don't
like
say it.
rocks.
I see the man you
say
left
that.
me for, and he's half of me. So what on God's creation made you decide to leave me for that?
Well, she's single now.
Dan, here's
Oh,
my
go
question.
figure.
Even better news then. It could be
No,
like-
that's not better news. She's fucking damaged goods. What?
Yeah,
I
it's
just,
true.
I don't know. I feel like that's
That'd be
unnecessary.
good for a couple nights.
Why do you
though.
like women with autism? I don't understand.
I have forgiveness and I have grace and I'm over it.
And
I
a
don't really,
kink.
I don't.
Yeah, you
understand
forgive,
what that
but
You're
is.
just-
trying to give God. God is trying to like. You're trying to use God as an excuse.
I'm
for,
not
like,
using an excuse. I'm over the fact of it. I just
Obviously.
it's okay if I
Well,
don't
the thing
know.
is that when you ask God for strength,
Hold on,
don't
hold on
get
a
mad.
second.
when you-
Andrew.
Yeah, my bad.
Talk to the mic, dude.
Okay, listen.
Remember,
They both took the fucking mic.
sophomore year, dude. You're allowed to
For a
touch
reason.
booty.
Hey, you know,
We don't have to insult the religion just to say
That needs to go on a
I'm
shirt.
not. I'm not.
No, he's
listen,
not. He's
I-
gonna make a
once,
point here.
once again, Danny, I grew up in the church. I'm not just shitting on religion just to shit on religion. All right, so that's one thing. But if you're asking God for strength, don't get mad when He gives you a fucking gym and some protein. Sometimes you got to get your ass in there, get to work, and
anything is
figure shit the
possible.
fuck out.
But what does that have to do with
Dude, that's
me
a great.
being mean
That's a
to
great
somebody?
story, actually.
Why does that have to do with me being mean to someone to get an answer that I don't care about anymore?
Well, once again, I don't know why you grabbed it. It's in between the both of us. but what I'm trying to say is that you have a good relationship with at least one of the people that you used to talk to, right? All the chips are right there. The game is on. You pick up the fucking controller, play the goddamn game, figure your shit out.
It's not gonna do anything.
It-
It's not
you
gonna
beat
change
that shit.
anything.
Okay,
Are
so
you
then how?
fucking
Give
So,
you an
so
example of how to develop yourself,
Right.
for the future.
Right.
Like, why you're worried about? You're thinking about like overcorrecting the path. Like,
God's
I
giving
just
you
feel like I should leave it in the
opportunity to
past.
improve
So
yourself.
one thing is that hold on. So
Yes.
so my thing is that you're saying that it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. But
You don't know.
You've been dating since how long? When did you start dating?
When we like dating in general?
Yeah, like when did you have like your first situationship or something?
When did you pop your first
I
boner?
don't know.
Pause.
What the fuck?
8th grade? Okay, so hold on. So 8th grade, you're 14, like 13, 14 or whatever the fuck, right? All right, so you're 28 now. How has this been going for you for the last 15 years or so?
I guess not good.
Right. So then do something different, man. Like there's nothing wrong
100%.
with it. It's not like
Be
a bad thing.
aggressive.
So
Yes.
Yeah, show up at
Once
your
again-
first date naked.
a lot of what they're
Don't do that. Don't catch a misdemeanor. Holy shit. He's gonna get your ass in jail, bro.
two things that they've
sounds so
two things that can be
exhausting.
taken from
That
tonight
sounds
that
so
they've said.
exhausting.
Two things specifically taken from these two in general specifically is make yourself happy first,
That's what I do.
and then fuck them. Who gives a shit about them? Like that. Like you care, but
I
also you
care
got to put
about
yourself.
people too much. to
Hold
not
on a
care
sec.
about them.
But you need to care about
Listen.
yourself enough to put yourself in that position of learning and growth, because you're not helping anybody by putting
Yeah.
other people's happiness and comfortability over your own growth.
listen, Linda. I'm gonna use an example other than the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my
They
god.
obviously don't use this fucking theory.
Jesus.
But if you showed up every fucking year at football practice and fucking your team never made the fucking playoffs, would you fucking sit there and be like, oh, well, guess we were just made to make the fucking playoffs. Don't know what's wrong. Probably the fucking playoffs. No, you'd be like, obviously we got the wrong fucking people, wrong play, wrong fucking everything in between. Like, we need to change the game plan. So in order for you to change the game plan, you need to know what's fucking wrong with your game plan, dude. Because you have no clue. Like, you're sitting here like, you know what? God's gonna save me. No, dude. There's a fucking great story. Ever hear that story where God's like, the flood's
The guy that
coming?
found, yeah, I
The
literally
flood's
used it the other
coming?
day.
This is
Yeah.
the best fucking story of
And that's
I
that's
told you
parable,
this the
by
other
way.
day.
That's actually like that's a thing. That's not a parable. But
The
yeah.
parable
yeah.
essentially is a man hears about a flood coming. His neighbors come and warn his ass, and he says, "No, God will save me." He waits, floodwaters get higher. He gets on
Hold
the
on a
roof.
sec. Have you
You know
never
what
heard
the
this story?
foundation-
Wait, no,
You
no,
know
no.
the foundation-
No, it's a
Hold
whole
on.
different
Have you never
parable.
heard this story before?
I'm trying to. If you say it correctly, I probably have.
Well,
Just
so
say it
maybe
for
I
the
was-
people that don't.
I mean, there's
a
multiple
foundation.
versions
So
of it.
essentially, the man
Hold on,
has.
just let him tell the story. It's fucking funny.
So man hears warnings on the radio about a flood coming to his town. Doesn't leave because he said God will
God will
save me.
save me.
He floodwaters get higher, goes on his roof. Boat guy comes out on a boat. Hey man, I got you. Nah, God will save me. I'm good. Guy with a helicopter comes by as it starts flooding his roof, and he says, "No, God will save me." Man drowns and dies. Goes up to heaven, asks St. Peter, "Hey, what was going on?" God comes down and says, "Hey, I sent you three different ways. Yeah, I sent you three different
God
things."
definitely says dumb fuck.
God can say whatever you want. He's into the language. Essentially, what God is saying is like, it's not all when you ask for strength. It's not He's giving you directly strength. He's not making life easier on you. You're not called to be easy shit. He's giving you stuff to do it. You want strength, He gives you challenges to overcome, so you become the strength. You want peace, He gives you chaos, so you can cut shit out.
So it's like
But
a
the
box.
thing is,
It's like a
if we
box
do
that doesn't
this,
review their
it makes
film.
great content. That's why I kind of want to do it anyway.
You should do it just for
Do
you.
it
Be
right
like,
now.
hey, I
But I hate to
realize.
just-
I'll
just
call her.
figure it out.
I'll call her right fucking
I
now.
don't-
I'll call her right fucking
I
now.
don't need you to be super freaking aggressive.
No, I'm
won't
saying
say
you can
shit.
send the text. You don't gotta call
I'm
her.
Just
calling
tell me
her.
You'll do it.
I'm calling
You're
her.
gonna call her?
No, I'm not.
You want me to call her?
Anthony's gonna call her.
Anthony's gonna call her.
I should call
calling is
her.
a good idea.
I should call
I should
her.
call.
Oh my god.
So
All right, group vote. Group vote. Who says
so-
call her?
I said call her. Put her live on the podcast
while
right
while
now.
you guys are trying to decide whether or not to call her, you guys want some optimism here?
Yes, sir.
I got stats. Stats are always
what?
optimistic, right?
Yay, more math.
I got stats. I think you guys will
90%
know
like
what
of
it is
fucking
now, right?
women
You
on
know what it
fucking
is now?
Instagram are better to be.
You know what it is now?
Yep.
That's
90% are bots. All right.
Who it
So
is.
All right, guys.
all right. So listen.
Yeah.
There's 8.2 billion people on the planet. Our population in the U.S. is a pretty small piece of it.
300 something.
335 ish.
How many are white?
Million. All of them.
60%.
Not enough.
62%, roughly.
Yep.
So, anybody have any guesses as to what the breakdown is, male to female?
2 to 1 ratio. of female to male.
52-48
Which way?
male.
No, there's more women.
No,
There's more
China,
women.
dude, China, fucking Japan.
No, I mean-
No, China has more men because
that's what I'm saying. That's what it's 52-48 women or men. I would say.
I'd say there's like 60% more women.
Your
Yeah, I say 60,
Your
yes, 60.
data may be off, but in the U.S., I can give it. I've got it all.
US
but
alone. Okay, let's
in
go.
the U.S., there are 165 million males. There are 168 million females. So we have a surplus, gentlemen.
We're talking like 1%.
Of
I will say this.
How many have great
1%
personalities?
is 3 million, though. So
I will
that's
say
a
this:
lot.
if I was single today, I would skip fucking Tinder. I would skip all that. If I saw a woman that I thought was attractive, I would simply, and it goes to the same percentages, right? Like when you swipe on fucking 100 photos, you're hoping for 5 matches. If you walk up to 100 women and say, "Hey, look, you're beautiful. I love your fucking style. If you're interested in talking sometime, we can grab some coffee," and you walk the fuck away.
Your numbers are
Bro,
way,
that shit.
way
Speaking
up.
from personal experience, though, that shit works really
does.
well. Like the not having the expectation, not being fucking creepy as shit, bro. Like,
Well, there's
like
a
I
difference
said,
between
fucking
creepy as
mind,
shit
dude.
and not having
yeah,
expectations.
like just
It's
go up, like, dude, I've done this shit a bunch too. Like, yo, you see a woman in a bar, she looks great, she has a nice outfit on or some shit like that. She's got some like, a nice pair of fucking heels or whatever the fuck, or she does something well, she dances well or something. Like, yo, dude, you look beautiful tonight, you look gorgeous tonight. If you want to take a step further, like, can I buy you a drink? But like, even if you just stick with that shit, just like, hey, just want to say, you look amazing tonight.
Same fucking
You
odds.
look real beautiful. And do not, for the love of God, say, I know this is gonna be weird, but I know you get this all the time. But don't be that fucking weirdo.
fuck
Like,
it.
just
Because
say,
she
nah,
does it,
bro.
bro. Because most
Right.
men are pussies sitting at their phone swiping right.
Right.
Like if you're the one guy that night that goes up and just says, "Hey, you're fucking beautiful. I like your fucking style." Like
I have a
I like the
story on
fact
this.
you got fucking Jordans on with some fucking short shorts. You look fucking
Rocking
good.
the fuck out of
Rock
that.
shit.
Yeah.
If you want to
Girl
have a drink,
boss.
I'll buy you one. And walk the fuck away, dude.
I
But
love
like,
how he specifically said Jordans with short shorts. He's talking about his wife. That's
This is
plus.
not your way to raise up your wife. This is not where it's a safe place to do this.
He's got her Instagram up right now on his fucking
I'm
iPad.
just saying, like part of the thing that attracted me to my wife was her
There it is.
style. Like I would say that to a woman today. I feel like if I walked up to a gym and I was like, "You're fucking having a killer workout. I see you here every fucking day when I'm here. You're fucking putting that work in, good for you." And I walked away. I guarantee you, fucking in 5 minutes, if I look back and she's glancing at me, I'd be like, "I'm in."
Personally, I think Nina has a great personality. It's not.
I'd fight her. I'd fight her.
So
I'd throw
But
shit.
and
win. She'd win.
I told her the same thing, and she's like, "Fuck that." She's told me, she's like, "Yeah, that probably fucking work." Because most men don't have the balls to go
All
up
right,
to
so
a woman for one, and
I-
two, they won't fucking compliment them and then just walk away. They sit there and like fucking hope for them to be like, "Oh, really? Will you take me home?"
Yep. See, like I said, the sluttiest thing you can do is just be fucking nice
This
to a
I'm
woman,
ready.
and just
I'm
nice.
fucking
Don't
ready.
be creepy.
Don't
Don't
fucking
be
be
weird.
creepy,
Don't
don't
have
be-
any
you're
fucking
talking, not me.
alternate intentions and shit.
You want me to talk to her?
I'll tell her.
I wanna
Oh
hear
my god,
Lester's
we're still on.
Hold on a sec. Hey guys, listen. If you're not gonna talk into the fucking mic, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
We're,
And then also, if
Okay.
you're not gonna, if text, hey,
I don't
text
feel
her or
like
don't.
talking to her.
Yeah. Are you
Hey.
gonna call her or not?
What do you got,
He's got her
Lester?
already
I want to
ready.
hear Lester's
What
story.
do you
Okay.
got, Lester?
So
Yeah,
you
Lester
guys were
has a good
talking
story.
about saying a compliment, walking away. Bartenders, barmaids, they get hit on all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I was at this bar.
Oh no.
And I'd go up, get a drink, and I'd shoot her a little compliment. And she was a cute.
What was the
bartender.
compliment?
What the fuck did you say?
I don't remember exactly.
Bro, you get drunk.
How
I've been out with
drunk?
you drinking, bro. You
remember.
say some
I
shit,
don't-
bro.
I know. I don't remember it.
Hold on. Over
Dang,
under,
girl, you built like a cactus.
over over under 5 PBRs.
So Lester's ability, well,
I
Hold on,
say
hold on,
over.
hold on.
I say
Over under
over.
5 PBRs.
I say
It
over.
was over.
Yeah.
So it was a dumb compliment.
And, no, it was
And it was
slack.
slurred.
so let me start this
Built
off with
like a
Lester. His ability to do it for himself, amazing. He picked up a girl that didn't speak English, but his ability to wingman, terrible. Absolutely fucking awful.
All right, go back to your compliment. You're like, oh, you got nice titties.
It wasn't that. It was just like little sly compliments, like just like, oh, you look good tonight. And I'd joke around with her, and I'd turn around, I'd leave, and I'd come back, and then over a course of 3 weeks, she's like, you know what? I want to go out with you. And I was like,
She said that. She's like, you know
out
what?
of all these guys, like you get
Wait,
hit
did
all
you
the
say
time.
that? Did you say all those guys?
Yeah, I was just
Why?
Bro,
like,
instantly
Why?
you dried that shit up.
Instantly, you dry, yeah, like
Bro,
you
no.
literally took a fucking
Brother.
wet pussy and turned it into.
Into his T-shirt.
Wrinkly old medium right there. All right, tell us the good news. What happened?
So like we were talking, and like she's like, you know what? I want your number, and we exchanged numbers. We went on a couple dates. It was great, and then she just fucking disappeared. But anyway, it
She had
works. It
deported.
does work. It
What?
does work when you just like. 'cause I
Hold
was
on a
like, why-
second. It didn't work. 2 dates.
No,
Were
it
you
was
into
like
it?
3.
Were you into it? Were you like, I could go on 4 dates?
Yeah, I was, but
She wasn't.
she wasn't.
Did you share too much?
No, it was just she just kind of
Just
lost
wasn't
interest,
it.
I guess. But I think-
Okay, so you
I don't
weren't
know.
interesting.
But I was not.
Yo, chill on Lester.
Lester,
man.
you're not
I mean that in
bored.
the nicest way, dude. He might have been the nicest
how he
fucking
is.
guy ever, but he wasn't fucking.
He might not be
wasn't
your cup of
interesting
tea.
to her.
And that's valid.
Like, there's, I mean,
Like
it's just
compliments
happens.
with
It just
You can tell
surprised
me
me
you ain't
that-
been on 3 dates and then never called a girl back and been like,
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, no, I would never.
You are
shit.
notorious.
yeah.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. First off,
B.I.G.
But it just
Hey.
made me
first off,
We're gonna go there.
Mo, you can shut the fuck up right now.
And you act like I ain't got her number to call
Did you
for
try
your
to
shit
arrange
too.
him? Did you try to arrange him?
No, so Mo and I have known each other longer than anybody in this group, right? We know each other about like 6-ish years.
7 years.
6-7 years, right? He's the way we met was because I was talking to one of his friends, and then I may have
We were both in
ghosted her.
situationships.
Yeah, we were both in a situation. But yeah, I ghosted the fuck out of her. But I
Yeah.
hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not fucking with old girl anymore. But like, yo, you're cool people. We should keep hanging out.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, bet. I'm like, bet. I didn't want you to be weird. But like,
Yeah.
she was.
She was on some shit.
Yeah.
She
man.
was next level.
She was all on it. She wasn't forgetting
Yeah,
about it.
bro, nurses scared the fuck out of me, bro, because of her.
Oh,
bro, and the
that's where
first
that
time
started.
we met, like our first like date, right? She was telling me about like 5 dudes she was sleeping with, and one of them was like married. So I'm like, this isn't gonna work out, but she's cool to hang with. She's fun at the bar, you know. But like, then we go to the bar, and she's like, "Oh, don't talk to her because I'm beefing with her. Don't talk to him because I'm beefing with him. Don't talk to her because I'm beefing with her."
Shit turned toxic real fucking
bro,
quick.
like,
Yeah, you got problems.
yeah. But then she was like, I think
She's like, dude, you need to talk to Andrew. Like, I really, really like him, and this and that, and the whole 9 yards. And it was
because
like,
she was trying to like get married. And
Yeah,
shit.
she
It was
was-
scary, dude.
no way,
Hold on,
no
hold on,
way,
hold on. We got a
no
situation.
way,
We got a situation.
no way.
We got a situation.
I'm doing it. I don't know shit. I'm doing it.
Hold on,
Wait,
hold on.
no.
Oh,
no.
Hold on.
Oh, no. Shh. No.
We're gonna shut the fuck
At least
up.
you should have cast.
I feel like we're in 3rd grade.
Order a pizza at her house.
Do you like my friend Danny? Say yes or no.
I know someone that likes you.
There's no way she answers.
No, 'cause
No.
I didn't get that at all.
No, I didn't.
In
Get
fact, you
that.
might have done things right in a healthy manner.
I think honestly, she said it all without saying anything when she asked Danny, "Are you happy with who you are?"
Oh no, that was absolutely part
Yeah.
of it.
Like that's the
100%.
key to the
Like I said,
relationship. And Danny, you said you're not, bro.
well,
Why are you not
here's-
happy with you,
Can I
my
explain
dude?
this? 'Cause
Hold on, no.
Hey, drink that
Like,
whiskey, though. We're sponsored
I
by
want to
them.
hear why you're not happy with you. Like
We're
why
sponsored by them. Drink that.
Unofficially.
We're not officially, but we're happy to.
They never will if you don't drink
hold
it.
on. Like this is all. I don't even know if I'll use all this fucking because that was the fucking longest.
This could be for the Patreon.
This is why women can't be on this fucking podcast. I just fucking got dumber listening to the last 15 minutes of that conversation. With all due respect to our special guest, you're an idiot. All you had to do was just be fucking straightforward and honest. And this is the problem that women have with men. They can't be fucking straightforward. So they leave you guessing. And when you're guessing, you end up having to question yourself.
Communication.
So Danny, why are you not happy with yourself, my guy?
Yeah, let's talk
I have
about
to
that.
give you a like background with that. It's not like I can just give you the answer without just giving you the background.
No.
So the background started off with the girl actually right before Jess, but every relationship.
No, Tabitha's name is out in the fucking bag.
Bro, I am not that good.
Edit that. Edit that. Edit that. Anyways, let me redo it. Edit that. Ready? It all started with a girl
Wait, no,
right
wait,
before.
I'll just deep the. I'm gonna. I hope.
Okay,
I
there you go.
can-
Bleed
I
it.
don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say that part again though, and then you can edit.
Thank
It
you,
started with the
Evan
girl
Williams.
before Erica. There you go. But the girl
Elizabeth.
before Erica didn't matter. It's more like every relationship ended up in somewhat of the same. They all broke up with me, not really explaining much, but then finding someone new within a month, not giving me any answers, which made me constantly overthink and build the anxiety. Am I good enough? Nonstop, to the point where when I start opening up, that's where the anxiety builds. It's like, all right, well now something's gonna go south some way. I'm not happy with myself because now with all that built up anxiety and slight depression from not knowing if I'm good enough, I started questioning like who I am. And like, but when I was younger, like I said, I didn't have anxiety, and now I look back and I'm like, wow, I really wish I was happy again. And so I'm not as happy as I used to be, and I don't understand why. And the countless, acceptance and neglect nonstop, leaving me not understanding what's going on, just kept me with like constant trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong and not getting an answer, to the point where I just wish I was somebody else just so I can be good enough for myself. And I constantly have a fight with myself in my head trying to decide or figure out who I am. And I don't know who I am anymore because I'm constantly looking to the past. I hate you guys.
Oh,
It's all right. Love you, buddy.
we love you, my dude. Bro, hey, this is real, true.
It's honestly
emotions,
okay.
dude.
It's okay, buddy. Have some whiskey though.
All right, what did you want to say, Anthony? Because I saw you.
So it was going back to
swinging
what
around
you
over there.
told him, because one of the things you said, like, how often do you have time to be actually single without seeking out somebody else or actually being in another relationship or situationship? Because-
Months, almost to a year. Before,
Okay,
after
well,
Jessica,
it's 'cause the way you kinda
after Erica,
You can cut that one.
I didn't.
You are making my job way too hard.
After I didn't talk or try to date any
Man.
girl for like a year.
So my
Like I actually take the time to figure
before
out what's
that,
going
because
on.
you said month to month kind of deal. So did you take time to actually make sure you love yourself before you actually even bother jumping into another one or looking for another one?
With her,
Anyone?
yeah,
Because before that,
I take time to myself.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Like he's obviously taking time to himself. That's not what the issue is. The problem is like, and I'm not a fucking psychologist. I just play one on TV. But like, I would venture to say, like, you've brought up multiple times throughout the podcast that you were raised by women. You're raised by your mom. Your dad wasn't around, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now you're sitting here with like these relationships that fail, and you're like, why am I not good enough? Which I don't know. Fucking in my head, things like, oh, why am I not good enough to keep my dad around? Like that's just the way that I fucking think about it.
It's not like my dad was never there.
And
My dad, I know who
that
my
might
dad
not even
is.
be
He's
the
my
case.
dad. Yeah,
That might even be the case. What I'm saying is like you have the wrong thought process, my dude. Like you are good enough. Like you're just not good enough for these hoes. Like
well,
you
he's
need to
too
start
good.
like
I think
you
he's
say, like, when
psyching himself
when
out.
she questions and says like, "Are you not happy with yourself?" Like she got that read during that relationship. Otherwise, she wouldn't have brought it up. Right? Just like you're sitting here having this conversation, and like maybe you're not necessarily happy with you. Maybe that's what you're looking to God for right now, which is cool. That's one place to look at it. But one way to look at it is like, right? Just write down some fucking things that you want in life and fucking attack them. Like focus on them. Like, you know, the part of like the relationships that fail a lot of times, in my opinion, is like we start to look for that partner to help us, like find like, oh, I'm not bad. Like my partner fucking is gonna fill that void, or that part of me that I don't feel comfortable with. Like when ultimately, like you're not gonna find the right partner until you're 100% like owning yourself.
But it's kind of hard when you look at it. I bought my first house at the age of 26. I have my own
Awesome.
car. I have.
Awesome.
I make 6 figures.
Awesome.
I don't need anyone to.
Awesome.
Like,
How do you feel about I'm gonna fucking be a little harsh right now.
That's fine,
Which
go
you can
ahead.
tell me. How do you feel about your body?
I lost 40 pounds since I moved to
It's
Ohio.
fucking awesome. Do you feel good about it right now yet?
I can do better, but I used to.
Okay,
weigh
why are you
250
not doing better?
I still go to the gym. I'm very active.
How often do you go to the gym?
Not as much as I should, but I
Well,
also
hold on,
every
hold on.
morning
I'm not trying
I'm
to-
spending 3 hours playing sports.
How much? Do you count your calories on a daily basis?
I don't really eat a lot.
What are you eating?
I have like 4 eggs in the morning.
Okay.
Brother, I've
What's-
seen you eat. Don't say that shit.
What
We
do you
live
let-
together.
Yes,
We live
Are you
yes.
eating
I wake
cereal?
up in the morning. I had literally.
Hold on,
4
don't.
eggs.
Hey, nobody's. I don't want. This is an attack on fucking Danny. You're just an example. Like you're not happy with yourself. So what about yourself are you not happy with? If you're happy with your body, if you're happy with the fact you lost weight, if you're happy with the way that you're dying and the way that you're working out, okay, that's the physical aspect. All right. So what's about the personal aspect of yourself are you not happy with? Are you not happy with the amount of friends you have? Are you not happy with the friends you do have? Are you not happy with like what you do with those friends? Are you not happy because you're not in a relationship? And when you're looking for a relationship, what does that mean to you? Does it mean like people will fucking recognize me as a good fucking person? Or is it like I'm looking for a relationship because I need somebody to like fulfill part of my life? Or is it because I want to have kids and a family and things like that?
I would like to have a kid and a family. Yes.
Yeah.
A kid or kids?
Kids.
That's
but
irrelevant.
Fucking
it's more the fact that
You could adopt one.
before.
And we're not trying to pick on you. I hope you don't realize it. Like
So
you're just
to
great
sum it
fun
up, like
conversation
I
right
used to
now.
weigh 250 pounds. Now I weigh 218, 215. You know, I'm happier than I am than I was before. But I'm a very, very active person. Very active. I should go to the gym more, but I'm also outside sweating all. I played 4 hours of pickleball today. Like I play a lot of
Fucking
sports.
killer.
You made
And
football
so-
reference earlier. I said you got to relate to them. You got to say in pickleball. That's the only way he's gonna understand
So
it.
like
My neighbors play pickleball.
I don't hate my body anymore, but I could do better. I don't want a relationship to fill a void. I just before Erica, I'm gonna keep saying that. I never knew what
Elizabeth.
love was until I met her, and so now I'm just 28, and I'm not even close to making a family. Like you know, my sister probably doesn't want any kids, and my mom would like to have grandkids, and I would like to have a kid. So I'm not even close to that.
How old are you?
28.
Bro, you got 12 years.
My brother in Christ, I'm 34 and I don't
You
have
got-
any.
I know,
So
I don't
you
wanna be
got-
like you.
Hold on.
I
you
can't
got-
be like me either.
I mean,
I'm
realistically,
35.
you got like 15 years, dude. Like
Yeah.
my wife is 11 years younger than me. Like that gave me some fucking like extra space to fucking have kids. Like
It's-
you can
it
do the
was-
same thing. Like you're a good fucking dude. You do. You have a great job, but like you have to be happy with yourself.
I know.
But also,
Like, and you have to like you should write down like what I'm not happy about. Like, and be honest with yourself, and then you can fucking take care of that shit, and then find somebody along the way. And stop looking for American girls. Y'all American girls are fucked up. Y'all just trying to be part of the algorithm.
Oh my god! So we can do
Seriously.
this without slamming women, though. But
Passport
anyways,
bros.
so
God.
Danny, remember the conversation we had a while back when I told you to meditate, all right? So yeah, you haven't spent a whole lot of time like jumping from relationship to relationship, but how much time have you spent still with yourself?
I spent a lot of time by myself.
All right, so
In
when we
my
were
room.
right, and one thing I am gonna call you out with, but once again, this is all. I just need you to know this is coming from a place of love. You do a lot.
I do.
You're out a lot.
It's true.
You spend time with people a lot. Even when you're at home, like when we're when we pass each other and stuff like that, we'll talk for like an hour or two or some shit like that. Shit flies by, but like that's the thing that I was telling you about a while ago. You need to look into meditation, not like cross-legged sitting in a
Well,
fucking
prayer is
cave or some shit.
meditation.
Right. Well, not necessarily. Meditation is Any setting where you can sit with yourself and your own thoughts. If you're focusing on a prayer, that is a set thing. That's not necessarily like
It's a form of meditation.
not necessary.
All right, now I'm getting technical.
Listen.
To the point.
Let the
Right.
man finish.
So-
Maybe
Let the man
try
finish.
masturbation.
So one thing I
He's
will
not allowed to do that. Jesus said.
Oh,
right.
damn.
So one thing I will challenge
cannot
you
touch
on, right?
themselves.
Because I know Will brought up the part of like, oh, well, you know, single mother household and have a father around. I'm coming from the same kind of background, brother. Like, I was raised by a woman. I have the same shit. So, like, I've also dealt with past trauma, but the whole feeling of not being good enough, not feeling good enough, et cetera, et cetera. But one thing that helped me was, like I was trying to tell you, is sitting with yourself, focusing on yourself, letting those thoughts pass, practicing mindfulness, not just thinking about things and feelings and your thoughts, but why am I feeling that? Why am I thinking this way? Why does when so-and-so leave me, it makes me feel like this? Why does this conversation make me feel like I'm not good enough? Things like that. Not just going and like drowning yourself in other people and other kind of validation. Really put in that work with just you. Be still. Don't go out, do a whole bunch of shit. Don't go to another bitch or whatever the fuck. Sit with yourself for a while and figure out who the fuck Danny is. Because you're a great person. You're worthy of being loved and being liked. We all feel that way about you. That's why you're here right now. So the only person at this table that doesn't think that way is you. So we know you better than you know you because we see the good in you and we love that. Somehow you don't do that and you can't.
You need to see that for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you got, Anthony?
No, I got nothing. I was just
Like,
Oh, Evan's got some words of wisdom.
Oh,
Evan.
Whoa. Why well, again,
As long as he's not reading the words of wisdom, I think we got it.
well, I'm gonna say, anytime any of my guy friends go to the gym, we always say, don't look at people around you lifting heavier, more lifting heavy, doing longer runs or ego lifting. Look at yourself in the mirror. That's why there's mirrors in the gym. Look, your worst enemy is yourself.
Comparison is the thief pattern.
Yes,
And I do. I will admit that I sometimes do
Comparison
compare.
is the fucking driver of competitiveness.
yes.
Oh, well, we're not running a business, all right? We're
Yeah.
talking about self-love.
Yeah, I'm talking about self-love too. You know what? Like, I would love that dude. I would love to be like that guy who's got a 6-pack and fucking 22-inch guns. Like,
Here's
if
the
that
problem.
means,
I'm
like,
gonna
what
be-
do I gotta do?
I'm gonna be
Bro,
harder on myself
hey.
than I don't give a fuck what someone else is doing. I'm gonna be hard on myself for what I want to do. I don't need somebody else to drive me to do it.
I don't need somebody to drive, but guess what? Like, fucking everything that everything does in life, like whether it's business, whether it's fitness, whether it's like that fucking craving to be something comes from somewhere. Yeah. Let's be honest. It's not like someone just woke up and was like, I want big muscles today. Like they're like, I'm gonna run a business and I'm gonna start a podcast. No, they're like, bro, they're like, I want to be like Joe Rogan. That dude just sits there and talks shit. Fucking has a bunch of fucking random people on. Fucking has good conversations and like random shit comes up like fucking the moon landing ain't fucking real. And like this dude's like, hey, I want to fucking get jacked, so I'm gonna take steroids and get fucking 25-inch fucking biceps and fucking like curl girls for a fucking living. Like shit comes from somewhere. So I'm not trying to say in business, but like, yeah, like everything that we do like comes from something. So it's same thing as how we react to ourselves. Like, what are you comparing yourself to when you say I'm not good enough for myself? Like when you say I'm not good enough to date or I'm not good enough. And the same thing goes to women. Like your ideal woman is X because of why? Because that's who this person's dating. That's who this person's dating. That's what you see. That's you've compared yourself to another person and a relationship that they have. Like all that stuff kind of intertwines in the way that you make your decisions moving forward. So, you know, we can sit there and say oh, I don't need to compare myself to the fucking dude who's lifting the most weights in the fucking gym. Well, yeah, you don't have to, but then you'll be a fucking vagina forever. If you want to fucking compare yourself to the biggest motherfucker in the gym, even if you fucking equal out to 60% of what he is, you'll still be bigger and stronger than you are right now. And you, if you want to fucking find the most perfect fucking woman, she might not be exactly what you're looking for, but if you have an idea of what you're looking for and you know your own worth, you're more likely to find her.
Oh, okay, you're pausing for me? I don't know if you were or not. Okay.
It's part of being a fucking man to sing up his ass.
Well, the thing is, like,
Andrew does
so-
it all the time.
Wait, I do what?
It's not like, okay, so to go for what Andrew does, I do go out a lot, but there's a lot of, I want to say at least 40% of that time I am by myself. Like I go on hikes with Max,
Rookie
or I
numbers
just sit
jump
at
that
home
shit
and read
up.
the Bible, okay?
Max is a boyfriend.
the best, the goodest of all boyfriends, the goodest boy ever, four-legged boyfriend ever.
Loyal, always willing to kiss when you get home.
You know, it's funny you talk about Max because he couldn't hold down my daughter Lisa as
She didn't call him back. All right, she didn't call him
that's not
back.
her job. That's not her job.
But like even just right now, like I've just recently found this out about myself, so I'm already working on the steps to fix that. And one of the biggest things that I've took from it is telling the people around me about that, because I've been feeling this way longer than just last week. But this is my first time actually sharing it, so that is one step that I'm taking now.
Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate you sharing.
Thanks for gaslighting me into telling you everything. Appreciate it.
That's my job.
You know what? That makes great fucking TV.
This is a good episode. You got me crying on camera.
While you're over there trying to be quiet and hide from yourself, what is the age of your last 3 girlfriends?
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Wow.
Average them out. Just average them out.
Talk about gaslighting. Holy fuck.
Let's light it up.
Oh god.
I have more stats.
No.
in this.
We don't
How
want
about the stats on your exes? How about that?
No, this is relevant. So, age gaps.
That's just fair.
But we
my,
want those ages first.
That's my
this episode.
age gaps. That's my favorite topic, right behind
That's the
thigh
favorite
gaps.
gap. There it is.
So, did you guys know that according to the Census Bureau, that 8.5% of U.S. married couples have a 10+ year age gap?
Wait, what is that? 8.5%?
8.5%
higher.
of U.S. marriages, 10+ years, and 39% of all couples have a 10+ year age gap.
That's not really that impressive.
That's his pickup line.
Yeah.
That's like 1 out of 10. That's
Do you
like
like,
1 out of
do you
10
like
marriages.
experience?
Some of us don't need pickup lines.
Well, it's like applying for a job. It's like applying for a job. You need at least 2 years of experience.
What's your favorite pickup line, Anthony?
Oh god, the ones that I've seen
Nice
work.
shoes, let's fuck.
I'm forklift certified.
How's your relationship with your father? No, it's the favorite one I've ever seen used very well has been what has 26 teeth and holds back the Incredible Hulk.
It's not
I feel
your
like
zipper. I know
my
that.
my name is X and yours is would be fucking like
Or I'm here with your other 2
do
wishes.
really well.
Oh my god.
And they
All right, back to David and the last 3 women you slept with. What was their ages?
Let's see here.
79.
I know one for sure.
18,
So
19.
I had one interesting experience, we'll say, with somebody that none of y'all know.
Oh.
And
this is the Polander from Iceland.
no,
Passport, bro.
we should talk about passport bros before we're done here.
I agree. Let's go.
That'd be a fun one.
All right, let's finish up. Last 3 relationships. I just need their ages, bro. Spit
Ages?
them out.
Oh man. So this one girl, this one time, she pointed out to me that her father was 8 years younger than me.
Oh shit.
God damn,
Here's-
bro.
Here's
That's fucking not healthy.
She was in her 20s. She was in her 20s, but get this. This is where shit gets weird. It's Guys Night podcast, right?
Yeah,
Guys
100%.
There's no women
weird.
listening to this. Thank God.
boys.
boys.
So I
If there
met.
is women listening to this, you're just trying to get secret tips.
I think so.
Trying
We
to
have
date.
more
Andrew
female
is
listeners.
fucking not available. You leave him alone.
They're trying to
ladies.
get David's tip, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Don't lie to them. You
So-
don't actually lie to them. I'm not available. Fuck that.
So
Fight hard to get.
so here's a weird one. So I met her 6 months after her father passed away.
I wonder how well that one.
Getting that.
She was married, but she
definition of
was
daddy
in the military. So it was military marriage.
So that shit didn't matter.
And the night I met her, she told me, I can't explain it, but her and her father didn't have a good relationship in the first place. But she said, I can't explain it, but from the very moment my father passed away, like we had the funeral and everything, but after that, I've just been straight fucking horny.
That's disgusting.
You've seen Wedding Crashers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Death is the greatest aphrodisiac.
Take that,
Some
Dad.
truth to that.
Part of me wonders, like, if I was single again, like, if I would just go, like, 10 years without having sex, because I'd be so fucking terrible at fucking life. Like, I just, like, I'm fucking awesome, fuck all you bitches, and just never get laid ever again. Like,
Nah, you're conventionally attractive white dude. You'll be fine.
oh, here we go, privilege.
Conventionally
Privilege. Oh, you're a white guy.
Nah, you got pretty privilege.
You have
man.
a job.
You got pretty privilege, man.
Oh, pretty privilege.
Brother, that shit works for men and women. I've
Does it?
seen that shit happen, man.
To answer your question,
If I get married again or get in a relationship again,
I don't have
just
to.
to add to this,
Nope.
I would definitely date a black chick. Like, just hoping, like, we would
Why'd you look
accidentally
at me when
create.
you said that?
I'm just
He
saying,
really
like,
wants to say the hard
I just
one.
want to accidentally create the next 50 Cent. Like,
He really wants the N-word pass. He really wants it.
I have.
just want to
and-
create the next 50 Cent. Don't care about anything else. We don't even have to love each other. Let's just.
What you want is the ability to open a minority business.
No!
That was that Dion hire.
No, are you not listening to us and the money you get from this? He's looking at one thing. We're looking at all of it.
I'm trying to fucking mix Eminem with 50 Cent and have a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all
No,
I
you
need.
keep Eminem pure.
That's awful. That's an awful fucking idea, dude. Nina, please.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
average age,
So she was in her 20s, like 25 and younger, or
she was
25 and above?
22.
Nice.
God,
Yeah,
daddy
she's 22.
issues.
Nice time.
Did you
So
get
many
called daddy?
issues. Like legit daddy issues.
Yeah,
like,
legit.
hey,
What
was
my
she
dad,
saying?
I
Said,
need
"I
to fuck
poppy."
my dad, basically, is what she told you.
The last 3 relationships, there's not been one that's been out of their 20s. They've all been in their 20s.
God damn, what are you doing with your life, bro?
Oh, I know.
Yo, let it go.
He's doing pretty goddamn
Well, hold on. In the last podcast, you were talking about like, you know, if you had billions, like you'd, you know, have 25-year-olds. I mean,
I said if I was a billionaire, those would be my fucking problems.
You live in the DiCaprio life. He doesn't let them age past 24.
Hey, yo.
go green.
Hey,
Gotta recycle.
Good for you, my guy. Fucking.
You're doing things out here.
I don't know if they're
Doing
good or
a
not.
lot of
Hashtag Blue Chews if you're looking to sponsor a podcast.
Yo.
Fun fact, I don't need that yet.
Yeah, but he's counting his days.
I'm saying yet.
On wood.
I'm just saying I won't go with
How
that.
do we want to wrap this up? Let's call it 14 minutes.
Is that a
'cause we
unicorn
are
on your watch, dude? Is that a
definitely-
unicorn on your watch?
Yeah, motherfucker. You want to know the fucking backstory of that?
I do.
All right, I
We have
a fucking-
14 minutes.
I have an awesome niece. All right, my sister's daughter is fucking cool as fuck. And at Christmas, she was like, "I want to make a screen for you," and I was like, "Fine, you can make my do not disturb screen." And she made it a fucking unicorn, and it's fucking awesome. And you know what? Say something again, I'll beat your ass. How about that?
Something again.
Wait. I just want
Danny's into that.
to. I just want to
Danny would do it.
acknowledge.
Wade
fun
Wilson
Danny
will
would do
beat
it.
your ass.
Wait, I just want to acknowledge for all the shit that happened in the Feminist versus Men podcast. Will is probably one of the most like progressive on women's side dude I've ever met that hates feminism. That shit is hilarious to me.
I hate feminism on the aspect of like women expecting things because they're women. I love the idea of women being powerful in society.
So I think you hate misandry. You don't hate feminism because you are a feminist. You're just not
No,
misandrous.
I'm far from a. Okay,
I
so,
really like
so
women.
here to get on that topic, like
Oh no.
feminism.
2 hours coming up.
Feminism today is different than like the idea of like a
Misandry.
woman having an equal opportunity.
Exactly.
Today, being a feminist is about like fucking knocking down other people in order to give yourself an opportunity for no reason.
That's called misandry. That's not feminism. People
But-
just say
but
they're
it's
feminists.
associated with feminism.
Right, that's the
And that's
problem.
the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
So once again, you're a
yes,
feminist,
do
you're just
I
not a
think-
misandrist.
I'm not a
So,
feminist.
have you ever
I
se-
won't say I'm a feminist. I just believe
No,
that
I'll
fucking.
say it.
So
right.
passport.
You take that name out
All
of your
right,
mouth.
passport bros.
so-
let's talk about passport bros.
I really want
We
to
got
talk
12
about
minutes
this.
left because
He got that from Germany. That's right. Hey.
Vietnam.
So listen, here's the countries that have more females than males: Armenia, Ukraine, Belarus, Hong
that's because
Kong.
all the fucking. Well, hold on a second. That's because all the Ukrainian dudes are fucking dead or at
Dead.
war, and all the women are just chilling and pulling like somebody back
No,
in
but
there.
you bring them.
Force over
Andrew,
there.
you bring them here.
Latvia, Russia, Macau, Lithuania, which is where my grandfather's
I am
from,
Lithuanian.
Georgia,
Really? I thought she
and
was
Portugal.
All right, so
All of those countries have Armenia's number one.
all right, so hold on a second.
Yeah.
Fuck all. Like the numbers are irrelevant. Here's how I look at it. Has anybody here been to Greece?
No.
Yes.
Italy?
I have.
Yes.
Italy?
I know, but Greece.
All right. So in Greece and Italy, you walk everywhere. There's no handicap access. I don't care if you're 100 fucking years old. You don't get ramps to get to the fucking biggest tourist attractions. No, dude, that's what community's for, right? So in that same sense, all the women in Greece, all the women in Italy, fucking almost all of Europe, really in general,
In shape.
like in shape, like good, attractive women. Not like fucking. I'm not talking like I'm at the
Bulky,
gym 5 days
whatever,
a week.
yeah.
Like I'm fucking ripped. I'm shredded. I'm just talking like the natural woman body. Very fucking attractive women across the board in Europe.
Well, Will.
No obese women at all. No obese men, really, for the most part. And if they are, they're a boss dude that fucking got shit under wraps. But like, so when it comes to passport bros or fucking dating women in other countries, number one, they're almost all in shape, especially under 40. Two, like they almost are all conventional family based. Like they are not. They're trying to be the boss bitch. Just trying to fucking find a man, take care of him, create a family, move forward. At least that's what I've seen in the foreign countries.
Yes, and Europe, when it comes to like men dating the women, even if the woman makes more money, it's not a boundary for in the relationship. It's
duh.
Yeah, communication, but it's communication. But they look to the man to make a lot of the hard decisions. Oh, and then when we were in Iceland,
Take his phone.
We saw
Iceland doesn't count. Fucking half of that country is embedded with each other.
Yeah, true.
Like if you have to have an app, if you live in a country that
Yes.
has an app to tell how fucking distant of a cousin you are, that's a problem.
Okay.
Now
That's why I date white women. I'm just saying.
Hold on. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you walked into fucking Iceland, you'd have your pick.
Yes.
100% because they know you ain't from there.
Yeah.
yeah.
They'd be like, this dude is definitely not Icelandic. He's not related to me. And they'd be, you ever see that Volkswagen commercial back in the day where like there's a sale on Volkswagens and everybody runs up and licks the side of the car?
door handle. Yeah.
Brother, I was 4.
Dude, you're
old.
You'd get off the fucking plane in Iceland and like 25 blonde women would run up to you and lick your fucking face and be like, he's
Dibs.
mine.
Okay, so I'm moving to Iceland.
Iceland was a great trip, but when it comes to Japan, they like everywhere in Japan, the women treat you with respect, but
Because they have to.
not
Evan, women out here just think you're weird. That's all that.
That's because we would nuke
But in Japan,
Japan and China are both the same though. You have a lot less women than you do men. And you can look that up in your statistics.
There's
I'm pretty sure.
there's a couple areas like Macau and Hong Kong. It's the other way. There's
More women in Hong
they
Kong?
tend to ship the women there because those are tourists.
they work.
Yeah,
They
because
work
they work
well.
and they want to get married and move somewhere else.
But so like I mean when you talk about those kind of countries, like one, you have more women there, but two, like they were held back on fucking like reproduction for the longest time, especially in
Right.
China.
So
So that's a great place to fucking go to find a woman.
well, there's another.
So here's my challenge for the single guys.
And they're all skinny because they don't have any fucking food.
So Will also hates fat people. Skinny jeans, high waisted jeans.
So here's my
fat
so
I think it's all high waisted jeans and fat people kind of go together.
So my challenge is first we go to the grocery store. So here's my challenge for the single guys.
accepted.
All right.
Oh boy.
Mistake.
Lester.
Yeah.
You just do yourself.
You got me just the right
I mean-
amount of drunk.
I know he's got a passport, and I know he's got a passport.
You
And I know
can't prove that.
Will
You don't prove I have a passport. You can't prove that.
I have a
Nope.
passport.
Just went to
got
Japan.
a passport.
Shut up.
I do have a passport.
Yeah.
Passport.
I have
Passport.
one.
You got a
Pending.
passport?
Pending passport.
I got the book.
Passport.
He's definitely got a
Well,
passport.
yeah.
He's here on a passport. What are you talking about?
He's on a work visa
Wait,
for Domino's.
serious question though. Like, You can fly, right? There's no issues.
No security checks, no red flags at the airport, no nothing.
He's just refused
right.
TSA
Are you
pre-check.
trying to
He's
marry
refused
your
TSA
girl? I
pre-check.
tried to keep the straight face
Oh,
as long as I
he's
could.
about to have martial law on it. Like, on
Hey, Mo, tell me your birthday.
I did 9/11.
Shut the fuck up. For everyone who
You're not allowed
I was
to.
proud, bro.
You're not allowed to tell your birthday out loud at the airport.
for everyone,
can't.
for everyone who doesn't
All right,
know,
back to David in the passport.
the way Mo
Yeah.
introduced himself to me, first date, never met this man before in my life. He
First
goes,
date?
Hey,
Yeah, first date, yeah. First date, man goes, hey, my name is Mohammed, and I was born on 9/11.
That's one way. Imagine how many women you get with that.
Dude,
Oh,
you'd be
man.
surprised.
He'd make them explode.
Especially Democrats.
You'd get,
Especially Democrats. I feel like they'd be on your side.
yeah. Don't you get like 1 million virgins or something with that? Like,
That's something along those
All
lines.
right, David. All right, back to the passport bros. We're all passport holders, pretty much.
so
Who's not?
here's a challenge. We put all those countries on a wheel. We spin it. We book a trip next year.
Shit.
And we have a challenge. Who's ever single at the time, we use whatever method you want: Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, whatever the fuck you're into.
Hey, yo.
Lying.
Anthony.
I will
Lying.
go on the trip and I will DD for everyone. How's that sound?
No.
I'm done.
Lame.
No, I
listen,
don't
you can
wonder
get-
you're
you can get
single.
women sober,
Jesus
too.
Christ,
It's not
dude!
impossible.
Stop blaming the women, bro. That kind of shit is
I'm
your
not
fault.
blaming the women.
There you
I don't
go.
want to have meaningless sex.
Why does it have to be? It doesn't have to be sex. You may find your wife on
Hold
this
on a
trip.
second.
So marry
First
her
of all, what sex is meaningless? If it helps you discover yourself and give you self-confidence,
So-
that is
Will,
fucking
Will,
very
Will,
meaningful.
you are the most progressive, non-progressive person I've met in my life. I both love and hate that. Like, just
All right,
fuck.
so we're gonna pick a country.
So we're gonna spin the wheel. We'll pick a country. We're recording all of it, by the way. This will be content.
I mean,
Not
For the
the
podcast.
sex.
All invest and go.
Not the sex. We're not. That's illegal.
Well, yeah,
We're not
no.
recording the sex.
It's not illegal to record sex, right?
That's just porn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right.
I feel like we get paid for that too. Maybe we can
Wait.
I mean, if we
OnlyFans
put that
guy.
on Pornhub, we could have Pornhub sponsor the fucking podcast.
No,
All right, here we go.
no, but nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see that.
So as long I'll do it as long as you, one, pay for the condoms, and two, pay for the copay on my STD screening.
Do you want us to pay for your prostitute too? Or
I
how's
feel
that
like, see, that's the American in you. You're so used to fucking STDs that you have to worry about that. We're fucking European.
Used to
women.
STDs? I just don't want to get one.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to worry about that as much in Europe. I'm just saying.
I thought you were gonna say that's like the Democrat that he's expecting us to pay for his shit.
Hey, we covered this. I'm not a Democrat.
So you're not. Oh, okay, never mind.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
We're
While
exactly
we're-
at
does
3 hours
anybody
in.
else have anything else to add to this relationship
Are we
topic?
spinning the wheel right now? Like, do we want to choose it
No,
now?
that'll be one.
No,
that'll be
but
another-
I think
man,
we're all
I'm 100%
committed.
I'm
Committed.
100% committed.
Committed.
Provided
I mean, I will
I
have
mean-
to bring my wife, but she
Yeah.
can hold a video camera.
That sounds so wrong.
Okay, but Nina, or no,
Are you assuming that it's a bad thing?
No, this doesn't have to be an all guys
Again,
trip, but
DD.
Yeah, like we just go
specifically-
somewhere.
Yeah, we just.
I
go.
mean, I
Like,
definitely want to go to Scotland and Ireland next year. That's not.
If it's on the wheel and it gets hit, if it's on the wheel and it gets hit.
I definitely want to go to Australia, and I can't find too many people that want to make that 24-hour flight.
That's
I
a
don't
big
know
one.
if I want to
I'm
see
in.
a spider that's bigger than my
You
chest.
spent 9 hours in a
No
flight
Australia.
in fucking Dubai.
Don't do
I'm
it.
fucking
Listen,
in.
listen. The only reason why I'm skeptical about Australia because I don't want to take a dump and a snake bites me in the butt. I'm not
you
trying to
saw
look
how
for
he was with
that.
that little spider that was on the wall.
I don't want to. I don't
Like-
want to fist fight a kangaroo to cross the street.
Okay,
you know?
first of all,
I
I'd
don't wanna
fucking fight a kangaroo all day. Like, I
lose. You know, they drag people
I
into
don't-
water and drown them.
Okay, I'd win.
Hey,
Fuck kangaroos.
Let's
You're not a
let's-
waterbender,
let's
you can't do
finish
that.
this up with some interesting fun facts for the week. Did you get who saw President Trump, the only fucking representative of our future president
Flip
that ever
burgers.
worked at fucking McDonald's? Work at McDonald's today. I mean, can I be like? Let's just think about you roll up to a fucking McDonald's and you order fucking Big Mac combo meal and a happy fucking meal.
I'd make
for
sure he
your
washes his
kid.
hands.
You
He grabs
just
pussy
roll
way
it.
too much.
You just roll through and fucking Trump is handing you your fucking number one.
fucking
Of your
hilarious.
I asked him for $1 million.
What would that do? Like, what would you? Did you guys see that? Like, really fucking like. It was kind of like a touching moment, but it was just like a real moment where that lady was like, "I can't believe you're serving food to ordinary people like us," and he's like, "Ma'am, you're not ordinary. You're an American, and I'm happy to serve you." And I was like, "God damn."
That's a good one line.
Good thing there's
Instantly.
Good thing there's 200. Good thing there's 200 fucking cameras sitting across the drive-through, fucking staring at that. Like they all got that shit on camera. Like, but it's just like, that's just fucking. The fucking election is so fucking. Hey, by the way, for anybody that enjoys these podcasts and thinks these are funny, November 5th we're gonna do a live podcast right here from the couches
Possibly
of the
literally
fucking
live.
guys' night
Fucking
den,
yeah.
or possibly at the local election booth. We are
That was
considering both
a really good
options.
idea. I was
I'll
thinking
be your
of
local
bringing a
weatherman.
couch straight to the voting booth
Just
and
heckling
just
everybody.
interview every single person that votes.
You know what? Because I do think that this is an important election.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anybody here, Andrew, I know you're a Kamala supporter. Go ahead and give Andrew the mic. Let him spit a little bit. Did you watch?
Why you gotta use the word spit?
You got a
you-
minute.
It's crazy.
You got a minute.
Did you watch the interview on Fox with Kamala?
Oh yeah, that shit was interesting. Yeah.
Bro, you had to.
That's
think that
one
was
word
awful.
for it. Here's half the interview.
Like, yeah, because they chopped
a
and screwed
president.
a lot of
No,
shit.
they didn't chop shit.
Yeah,
that
they
was
did.
live. That was live.
No, I mean, the
and on
tape-
top of that, like, she got pissed
Yeah.
over asking about the shit that fucking we actually care about, like the border and fucking like what she's done and fucking what she's gonna do. And you know how many times she said Trump in that interview?
A lot.
Take a guess.
Every other word.
271.
No, I don't know that. It was, I know the
probably
over
gotta be
under
like,
was
what, like 50 or
55 and it was
something. Yeah,
over.
I was gonna
I
say.
think it's over 55. I go watch Trump do an interview for like fucking 3 hours and he does not say her name more than like 12 times.
Yeah, he thinks that all Democrats are the issue. That's why.
Well, or the fact that she is fucking crazy.
Andrew, do you do
They're
drugs?
both fucking great.
All right,
Do you
we,
like
had we had a
copium?
politics podcast
Andrew.
last night. We'll save it. We'll save it for the next
No,
one,
no,
boys.
we're saving this for the last fucking 5 minutes. We're talking
The-
about current
just-
events.
15 minutes is
we-
25 minutes ago.
We did do a great podcast on politics right before this, so we'd encourage anybody who didn't hear that to
listen.
go back and
Because you
listen to
might
that.
get a part 2 if it blows up.
That's right, but
You might get a part 2.
the one thing that I just pat myself on the back, but when we were wrapping that up, I pointed out, why isn't anybody pressing her on these things? And that was exactly what Brett Baer did. Like he asked, like, okay, seriously, like you really think, why haven't you done anything about him?
She
Like,
freaked out.
That's
She did.
That's because he listened to our podcast before.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
And I hear if we do really well on our politics podcast, Mo might show up in a dot turban and just judge the entire podcast of
Why's
politics.
gotta be a dot in it?
Because this is
Not
this
even
is how
religion.
naive this motherfucking
Oh my
border
god.
He's Muslim, not Hindu.
Dude, he jumps the border and just assumes every fucking brown person that's not Mexican
Puerto
speaks
Rican
English.
first.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've seen him jump. He can't jump very high. Yeah.
Oh no, I can spike balls on a men's set.
Hey.
All right.
No,
all right.
and then indoor, I've seen you outdoors. Pretty bad.
Hey,
What?
Outdoor.
All I'm saying is you cross the border one way, he crossed the border legally.
Whoa, I'm Puerto Rican, bro. That's illegal.
Yeah, he knows the difference between Puerto Rican and
but
Mexican,
seriously,
he
you
doesn't know.
keep calling him a red dot like he's an Indian.
I know.
He's Middle
It's a
Eastern.
joke. It's a joke.
That's like no, it's not a joke. That's like the most racial thing. That's like saying
Oh,
a
I'm
hard
sorry.
R times
Wait,
10.
is it-
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I
Who
don't
is it
think
with
so.
India that has the really bad? It's like Pakistan. They have the really bad feud where they do that like weird like dance on the fucking border. Like it's
I don't know what
India.
you're
and
talking
some-
about.
Yeah, that's India and Pakistan.
Yeah. It's Okay. India,
Yeah,
actually.
so,
So
you
you're
essentially,
essentially-
called him his arch rival.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel, Mo?
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Can you say it with your
make-
accent?
I'm
though?
gonna come and shit in your lawn and then that's how it makes me feel.
Danny feels
make you
unappreciated, Mo. You're giving him anxiety.
Oh, I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
It's very clear where the source of the anxiety is coming from.
Yeah,
It's me. It's me.
And
I
don't
fucking
worry,
know
if
it.
a
It's
fight
me.
breaks out, we'll blah, blah, blah,
You're not reading a teleprompter, buddy. You got it.
we will record it.
Goddamn, poor Evan. They didn't have fucking.
Can we just make him cue
teleprompters
cards?
in
Can we just make him cue cards and see if he reads them?
He's
They
doing
don't make
great.
them in fucking stone.
I will get no.
Evan's amazing.
Evan,
You fucking
Evan,
respect
the idea
on
of
him.
If we spelled Evan's name on a card and told him to write a script, he'll forget how to say his name.
Hey, you know what?
My
You know-
nah,
I don't know what this says.
I know we're supposed to finish this up, but we haven't asked the most important question of the night. Evan, what do these OnlyFans bitches want?
Oh my
Ooh.
Evan, for those who don't know, Evan is a professional OnlyFans shooter. He shoots only the fucking hottest of the hot OnlyFans models.
So hot.
They come to Evan specifically for him to shoot. And you know, when I say shoot, I don't just mean hoops. You know what I'm saying? So Evan, what do these women that are on OnlyFans think they're gonna get out of their OnlyFans page? What kind of men are they looking for? And how do you help them find it? If you know what I mean.
How much of a cut are you getting?
A lot of these girls, a lot of the girls I work with are only looking for money. They're looking to be the trophy wife.
I'm not surprised.
Completely trophy wife.
I'm not surprised.
I
Hey, chase
mean,
the bag. Fuck it.
literally,
Let
like,
him know David's available.
Wow.
He's not denying it though. He's not denying it.
Like I'd give up fucking 20%.
He loves his wife.
but there's a lot of girls that are just looking for money and the quick fix.
So wait, hold on. So when they come to OnlyFans, they're looking for the money in OnlyFans, or they're looking to find the sugar daddy who can afford OnlyFans? Because I mean, like, why are you even buying OnlyFans? Who has an OnlyFans membership? Porn is fucking free. Google fucking whatever you want, and you can get unlimited fucking capabilities.
A lot of lonely guys, and I've seen.
And they pay for it.
Yes, and the funny thing is, the girls pay another guy to answer their DMs a lot of times.
Oh my god, man! I just want to shout out to all the men out there that are on OnlyFans. Like, this is exactly why you go to a foreign country, because you can actually get what you pay for.
Yeah. And just a lot of these girls, I mean, literally,
Because what the fuck was that?
No,
Like, look.
there's a parable
If
that
you're gonna
says,
go to fuck, if you're gonna pay
Instagram's not a thing.
if you're
Stop
gonna pay $25 a month to fucking look at some fucking feet photos, you might as well fucking save up your 12-month fucking, what is that? $250, roughly $300. You might as well take your $300 to fucking the red light district in fucking Germany and fucking get yourself 15 minutes of fucking real fame.
Or just learn how to fucking talk to women and go make a movie with some chick at the fucking bar if you got a mouthpiece.
I mean,
Pals.
you could do that, but that's way too much work.
Wait, I mean, it's either that or spend $20 for some dude with a bitch's face
I'm just saying,
on.
like, the fact that there's fucking people paying OnlyFans subscriptions to this day blows my
there is
fucking
an
mind.
old joke that says, like, you know, between a woman you take on a date and a prostitute, only with the prostitute is it certain. And you're paying the same amount of money either way.
Fucking true that.
Or you can talk a girl into paying for your food and then you fuck her anyway.
Done it.
no. My friend
That's coming
said,
from
I'm
experience.
not paying for the prostitute's
No, it's
time.
not.
I'm paying
paying
for
her to leave.
paying her to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that one fucking 100 times.
Yep.
Except all these motherfuckers over here are cuddlers, especially this one to my right. Look at him. I'm just looking.
I
at
love
him.
cuddling.
He likes to cuddle too.
Cuddle lives matter.
Whoa! What does that mean?
Did you not in the beginning of this podcast? You said, "Yeah, you have the best 12 seconds of your life and the best 30-minute cuddle
25 and a
ever."
half. Run that back.
Verbatim. Run the broadcast
25
back.
and a half.
He said that.
Mic drop. Just driving
Hold
the
on.
bus right over, Andrew.
All I'm saying is I have a
Who
great
said Black Lives
personality.
Matter? He just fucking just crushed you, bro.
Andrew Dad ass is pretty good too, I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, why do y'all keep talking to me like that? What is this?
I think Anthony's trying to come out of the closet right now.
I think both Anthony and Danny are coming
I'm
after
not
me
saying
right
these
now.
names. You can read these. These are the.
Oh
What,
my
what
god.
are these? What are these?
Read
What
them.
are these? No, Evan.
I'm not gonna
Out
read
loud.
the names.
Why are you not gonna read
No,
that?
I need Evan to read it.
Is there
Evan,
copyright
read it.
infringement?
Evan, read it. Evan, read it. Evan, read it.
You want to
Read it. Read it.
Oh, you can't. You can't.
The
Hey,
top
speak the
OnlyFans
truth.
earners and creators. What are they creating?
Evan, just speak one word for me.
We didn't
2024.
want the guy with dyslexia to read it. We want
Yes,
the guy
that's
with
what I want.
we want the
dyslexia.
guy with straight autism to read it. Okay.
You do. How do
I don't.
I can't have a conversation with you half the fucking time.
Because I don't proofread. That's different. He uses voice to text.
That's right.
I wish we had-
Back to the OnlyFans.
Number one, Black China, but she apparently repented. So that's neat.
Does that mean she's white China now?
The black, yeah.
It means she
black or the
currently
China
believes
part,
in
which-
Jesus until she like comes out with a special edition. So number two is Bella Thorne, Disney Channel. Number three, Cardi B has one.
Cardi B has an OnlyFans?
Why would she need
That's-
that?
You know, that makes sense.
It
I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know the price at this point because that's probably expensive.
Oh,
as
oh,
heck.
they got the price. So estimated monthly earnings for Black China is $20 million.
A month?
A month.
Yeah.
No,
Y'all shitting on these women. That's why I
I'm
said
not
get a
shit-
bag.
I
Y'all get your
can
bag.
fucking read.
Yes.
Y'all can't shit on sex workers, bro. They're making a bag while we're talking
what I'm
shit about
saying.
them at a fucking
Yeah,
table.
IRS
How
knows
much
this.
is
The
your
IRS
soul? How much is your
knows
soul worth?
Hey,
So-
I'm not.
The
Anyway,
IRS get them, please.
going.
Listen, I'm not supporting it, but y'all fucking do your thing.
Listen,
I mean,
as
yeah,
far as
I-
money goes, how much is your soul worth? But I get it. So
Keep going.
Bella Thorne's worth $15 million a month.
Who is Bella Thorne? I heard that name
Disney
before.
Channel.
That dance show.
I don't remember.
No clue.
Like 2000, like
Cardi B's is not number one on
2000.
No,
prices.
she's number 3. She is $12 million.
That's still a lot.
$12 million
By a
a
lot, that's
month.
$8
I
million
shit you
off.
fucking not.
$12 million a month.
And,
I know.
and then
That's
number
crazy.
4, Tyga. I thought that was a dude.
That
It
is
is
a
a
guy.
Is it dude?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Boys.
That's a DEI account right
I want to
Yeah.
buy that to support a man. Let's go.
Tyga's the highest paid male on OnlyFans.
Oh, it was $10 million. It lost.
Yeah.
Though.
God,
I gotta get an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
$12 million?
Who is gonna pay to see your fucking personality? I don't
You'd
give a
be
shit.
surprised, brother.
What does that do to dating? Like seriously, though. Like,
really?
To the point where
Gets rid of
like
it.
not only a free porn, but you're paying for fucking.
Brother, people have been paying for sex since sex has been.
But it's all
I
recorded.
know,
not even
But you
having
ain't
sex.
dating or marrying that
At this
person.
point in time in life, like, what do you even need real sex for? Like, fucking guys are probably jacking off to fucking OnlyFans and to fucking free porn on
Between
the website.
adoption and
Goddamn
vitro,
loser.
you can have a kid without a wife. But you have multiple options for that adoption and vitro, whatever you want to pay surrogate. You know, honestly, at some point in time, Fleshlight and a porn subscription is probably cheaper than a fucking wife. Like it's just it's a whole.
Yeah.
But my point being is, like our society is literally phasing out the family.
That's really good.
It's just monetarily. Like how I was talking to someone the other day, like I will not date a woman that has a kid, and that's not because I think she's worth less. It's because I have so much more to lose if I date a woman with a kid. Because, God willing that I fall in love with her, I'll have to like her kid. She fucking dips out on me, as a lot of people freaking do in general. Not I don't
we
even
had
mean
this conversation.
what
We had this
did
conversation.
we? Oh, yeah, we have. So I lose that kid. I don't get that kid in the court system because it's not my kid. I lose that woman. I lose so much of all that time
Yeah,
invested.
but here, I mean, so I've
15
been through
minutes.
divorce.
Jesus, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right? I've been through divorce with my daughter. It's fucking brutal. Fucking being a fucking single father is fucking impossible
In
in this
Ohio,
country,
you
dude.
don't.
Well, it's just in this country in general. Like, it's funny because we talked about the equal rights between women and men. Like, I go to a court system where, like, I don't care if it's the woman who's handling your paperwork, the person that's checking you in at the fucking front desk, or the front desk when you walk into the courts, the 3 different magistrates, or the judge. All women. They all look at you like you're a fucking piece of shit whenever you're there for court. Doesn't matter if you're there to prove that your fucking ex has fucking been in contempt for like that 10th time, whether it's not letting you see your kid or it's not this or it's not that. It doesn't fucking matter. They all look at you like a piece of shit. So you're sitting there as a fucking single father, like, I'm just trying to be a part of my kid's fucking life. And that's fucking hard, dude. Like, and then you talk about every other aspect of a relationship and a divorce and anything else. Like, the man always gets shit on. They expect it to be the man's fault. So it just makes everything more and more difficult along the way.
Yeah, I got a buddy right now that's going through, or currently still going through some shit like that as well. But he's got a little girl that he had with his ex, but she won't let him see her at all.
Okay,
And that's
I
just
was
some
wondering
shit.
who.
This is a bullshit situation because she's lying on this man's name, and I've known him for years. I'm like, he's a genuinely good dude, works with kids and shit like that. He's awesome, you know. But because once again, she doesn't like him because he didn't want to fit into some fucking mold she was trying to box him into. Now his life and his relationship with this little girl is ruined.
Well, and I think that goes back to when you talk about relationships, like why they're becoming shit. Like, men are afraid to have kids because the woman has all the power, not just in the court system, right? The financial system, but also like men in general don't want to be an absent father. I don't really believe that. I feel like men that are absent, like, I wouldn't even call them absent fathers, but men that are not as involved in their kids' lives is more so because of the fact the court systems have made it fucking difficult for them to fucking prove that the fucking woman's treating them like shit. The woman's fucking making their fucking kid's life miserable if they want to see their dad or if the dad wants to be involved because of the fact that the woman just wants the fact that I fucked up, I don't like this dude, and I don't want my kid to be a part of his life. I'd rather my kid be a part of the next baby daddy's life that I'm gonna fucking hook up with. And unfortunately, that's like turned into this thing where like now it's so much easier to get a divorce when you don't have kids, and people just don't have kids. People just fucking break up quicker. And with social media, with fucking all these online dating apps, like it's just that much easier to move on to the fucking next. Like, let's be honest. Like, you could be in a 5-year marriage and fucking in the meantime, you have fucking 25 apps under a hidden fucking app under your phone that like you're looking for the next best thing. And as soon as you have an opportunity to fucking dip out and move into slide 2,
Hypergamy,
you do so.
Yeah, that you have people that are in your way and in your reach that normally wouldn't fucking be there. It's too easy almost to not even just get with somebody else, but to at least have the access and the facade of I can do better, because all these people already like that I interact with are hidden on me. If I go and post my fucking face on a dating, I'm getting like 100 freaking likes in like a day or something. So yeah, it's too much all the time.
Yeah.
My brother, who I mean, you know, it's what he gets for sticking his dick in crazy, but so
What?
he has
what the fuck just happened?
So he has.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
No,
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Hold up,
He's been drinking.
First, for sticking his dick in sticking his dick.
Sucking his dick in crazy?
With a T, STICKING.
Let's start this over.
All right, it's already 5 minutes.
So
past
15
the
minutes.
15 minutes.
The third 15 minutes.
Long story short, my brother has a niece, and talking about oh shit.
There's no shame.
That's all, folks.
There's no shame. No shame in sticking your dick in crazy.
we are
dick.
now-
Williams, we like to appreciate.
And we appreciate.
We told Lester that this bottle was too big.
Look at that.
Unfortunately, that's what she said.
We are 20
fuck you
minutes
size
past our
bottle.
30-minute mark.
All right. Anybody else they want to share? Anything interesting in the world of common events or current events? I mean,
Nah, we're sticking with dating because
you know what?
already.
I mean, but,
moving
like
on.
we can end the last couple of minutes
Cut
with like
this,
Donald
like-
Trump fucking served French fries. Like, what do you
Nah.
guys want? You got anything else?
Nah, let's roll.
Are you
Will,
saying-
Will's just got Trump's dick in his
Brown
mouth right
suck.
now, by the way.
We're
I don't know
drafting
if y'all
a
are
quarterback.
gonna
Oh,
use that,
God.
but
If
that's
you're a
Trump's
Cleveland
dick
fan,
in his
this was a fucking terrible weekend.
Oh my gosh, the Guardians
The
losing
Guardians
made me
get
so.
fucking spanked, and they
Bro.
fucking just
Pronounced
And you know what?
Indians.
Sorry, voice crack. My voice is gone for this game. Bro, I was so mad on the first game we had in the in Cleveland. We switched out one of our pitchers. Dude, he hit 4 wild pitches back to back, getting rid of 3 runs for the Yankees. Like letting them get 3 runs on us off 4 wild pitches.
What are you talking about?
Our guy, we switched out our pitcher and we were
Second game.
Was the second game? It was the second game, right? Because we had Cobb.
We won
Cobb
the
was part of it.
first game, and then you're talking
No.
about.
No, we lost the first.
Or not the
game.
one with that, not the one that we watched at
No, we didn't. We
Brian's
were down
house.
2-0, and then we came back and won the third game 4-1. And then the fourth game, we were fucking winning, and I thought that it would be smart to bring in Clase.
I think it is the
They
second
did
game.
bring in Clase, and then Clase gets fucking rocked for fucking 3 runs.
Yeah, I think it was
Or
the
2
game that was
runs.
in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was the second game in Cleveland.
So yeah, that was it.
We were down 2-1.
Yep.
Clase came in top of the ninth,
Uh-huh.
and it was a tie game. It was like 2-2.
Yeah.
Or 3-3 or something like that. And Clase gave up fucking 3 hits to start the inning and gave up 2 runs.
Yeah. Okay. So that's different game. It was. I'm pretty sure it's a different game because the one I'm talking about is we switched out our pitcher who was doing pretty good to some dude. I don't even know who he was.
No,
but
that was it.
He
The-
threw
the
4
dude-
wild pitches.
The dude before Clase.
He
I don't
threw
know about
4
wild pitches, but the dude before Clase struck out the side.
Yeah. No,
And
I'm
then
thinking
we
about
brought
somebody
in
else.
Clase in the bottom of the fucking or
Different
top
game.
of the ninth.
Different game.
No, she
I was
on
at
the
home
last
watching
night.
this. The guy threw 4 wild pitches and we lost 3 runs because of it. Anyways, we're good.
In your time.
We're good.
We don't have those here.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just seeing
How to close it out.
All right, no, but yeah, fuck
Yeah.
the Indians.
4 wild.
What? What?
Evan Williams, everyone.
No, we've been talking.
You had a drink. You had one sip.
It was him who said F the Indians.
He had like 2 cups. What are you talking about, man? He's down that shit.
I was the rest of this bottle.
Fuck the Indians.
I can't figure out what you're talking about as far as the wild pitches, but
I'm
I
good.
can tell you that the last 2 nights, the fucking Guardians
did
sucked
bad.
dick. And
We
lost
almost
that
came
fucking
back
series.
though. It was 2-2 in extra innings now
Almost.
out of nowhere.
Almost always.
If they were still called the Indians, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
You're
facts,
100% right.
facts.
We should tag on
Morale
that one
went
night.
down when we changed the name.
respect. That's what that was about.
I'm just saying, the Redskins were actually they mattered, and then they got changed to the Commanders, and they're dog shit.
Jalen
now.
Daniels.
Actually, now they're the
no.
fucking best team in the
Yeah.
fucking NFC.
Well,
Fucking-
they have a quarterback. So.
Did you guys see Deshaun Watson today?
Yeah.
Oh, that injury was fucking horrible.
Dude, it's so funny. Like you're like, oh, actually, he looks good on this drive. Of course, that would happen.
I'm
He
actually-
would fucking his Achilles would pop and fucking ricochet up his fucking entire leg.
They were one of the worst defenses. So, and I'm not
We are
cheering
now
for the
45
injuries.
minutes over our 15-minute mark.
I'm simply stating that it is beneficial for the Browns in that sense because he was a false goal the entire 3
We can do a
years we've had
sports
him.
day. We have to do a sports day.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fucking, it is what it is. It is what it ain't.
Roll Tide, move on.
Fucking,
Bring Joe Flacco back.
let's bench fucking. Let's put fucking what's his name to the third string quarterback and move DTR to second string, and then fuck. What the fuck? Fuck you, Cleveland sports!
Number one draft pick, baby. Let's go.
Fuck! I'm just done. Although Nick Chubb did score a touchdown.
He sure did.
Is Nick Chubb? Hold on, everybody here, 'cause you're upper. I'm early 40s. And you guys are in your 20s. Is Nick Chubb the greatest fucking athlete to come out of fucking Cleveland, like in the history?
No,
of
Myles
fucking-
Garrett.
Like no, of any sport. Like
Miles Garrett.
No, I mean as a person, as an
Oh, as a
athlete,
person.
as everything that you.
Yes, Nick
Careful. Is there anybody better than fucking Nick Chubb?
Oh wait, no, you look.
No.
Keep
No, Nick Chubb is the greatest. The greatest physical specimen is Miles Garrett because that man needs studied. But the greatest person and athlete overall is Nick Chubb.
Gotta be, right?
100%. Man doesn't say shit. They had him mic'd up one episode. They had 3 lines off him. It was like, I could run faster. And the rest was just him breathing heavy. That's all it was. He doesn't do shit. He comes in, does his work, doesn't say shit, motivates people, moves out.
Dude, I mean, I can't think of anybody in Cleveland other than Kenny Lofton. Like you guys are probably too young to know.
I know
Tell
there's
me.
a great
Oh, I don't even
men's
watch sports
softball
all
player.
I'll play it myself.
Name's-
Oh my God.
There's an amazing men's softball player. His name's Mo.
Mo.
Best sport guy to ever come out of Cleveland ever.
Jesus Christ! Now I know why your fucking last 3 girlfriends left.
Kinda
you.
gay.
This guy.
So
Hey, let me tell you about Mo.
Is that hole you need filled by
pretty.
Mo's dick? Like, what's we're talking here?
Oh.
Anthony's projecting right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stop it. I'm not into that.
so
Well, I'm more like Lester. Like,
Bullshit, you
so,
told me you
uh,
loved my dot.
Whoa!
All right, everybody else,
Is there-
anybody else got anything else to add? Guys, David, you got something important
brought
to
to you
say?
by Evan Williams.
two things. Is there a dot downstairs too, or no? Just want to. Oh, okay.
Just one dot. It's crazy.
All right. So we want to wrap up, right?
Yeah, we're wrapping up. for
Yeah,
sure.
wait. Homosexuality brought to you by Evan Williams.
No,
So-
that's more like incest.
One of these episodes, we're gonna just get fucking really fucked up on edibles.
And I will DD the entire cast.
Oh my god, it's so godly of you.
We gotta do a
No,
podcast.
no, no,
on
no, no.
edibles.
We're
We
bringing
just
Ed for
gotta
that. We're
hire
bringing Ed for that because I want to hear for 30 minutes how.
It
Hannah
is actually
Montana movie
hilarious. When
is
he's high. It's the only time he's funny. It's the only time he's funny.
I'm in the Matrix and you guys are all
Oh, that
outside.
shit was funny as fuck. Oh my god, I'm so glad
was
y'all
at your
did it.
house.
Yes.
Does that
Remember
even
the Hannah
exist?
Montana?
Like,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Ed block us? Is he? Are we on?
He's in the group chat.
I know he just disappeared.
That's fine.
I feel like there's,
Ed
I feel
is
like
going
there's-
through some stuff.
He
I will
heard
give
us
him that.
talking about him on like the last 3 podcasts.
Oh, did he get upset?
Probably. I don't know.
No, it's a general. He's been going through some stuff, but also like fucking make fun of him.
Everyone's always going through some stuff.
All right. Listen.
David, what do you got for this stuff?
Here's what I want to say: as the one who has the most experience dating, by years alive, not numbers, probably numbers too, but whatever. The best things are
Pat on back.
maybe I'm the biggest failure. I'm a single man, so you're a failure in relationships if you're a single person. Like that's a good hard look at yourself. But what I will say is that I was saying this earlier. Like if I was talking to 21-year-old David, I would say focus on yourself, drink good bourbon, focus on yourself physically, mentally, all of that. The best shit is in the future. Someone really wise early on told me that like the best years of your life don't even start till you're 40. And at 20 something, I thought he was fucking stupid. But as it turns out, he was right.
Because you're like 65, right?
Yeah. I can understand why you're not happy with yourself.
Either
Your
Mo's
jokes-
gonna beat your ass,
Your
or
jokes,
David's gonna beat your ass by the end of this
your
podcast.
jokes just aren't funny.
Are you channeling Danny?
I'm projecting. I'm all for saying stupid shit, but that was not the time.
Gay shit.
I'm saying what?
Hard R.
Gay shit. Hard R.
Hard R.
Do you want me to go back to racism?
Hey, yo.
Say
Yeah.
it right now with your whole goddamn chest.
And your wrinkly ass
With that
shirt.
shirt, his whole chest is out. Like it's
Put on the
kinda
wrinkle.
weird.
It's not wrinkly.
There's a cop right there. I ain't scared of shit.
All right.
So
Finish that, David.
yeah, hopefully this our rhetoric is beneficial for anybody else out there. That
Definitely not.
all no, definitely not. The
15 followers that are diehard fucking subscribers.
we're at like 19. Like we're killing it.
Thank you, Casey and Amanda, for listening to this bullshit.
I will say that you motherfuckers, for all the shit y'all talk about followers, ain't none of you guys following and liking and subscribing. So you better start that shit.
Bullshit. I did it.
And for those who want fucking some increased content, like we will talk about fucking anything and you will get the real truth if you just fucking spit some fire in the comments. So make
And
that
some
happen.
whiskey.
We will drink any fucking whiskey.
Working on
wow,
whiskey
that's fucking
sponsorships for sure. But,
Yeah, it
But
makes
that
conversation
I really like that advice, David. Thank you.
the
In all
best
seriousness.
shit is in the future. I promise you, everybody out
Best
there.
has not.
Because
yet to
one of the things I struggle with is, he talks about 28, and I've heard people talking about 25. Is, my biggest fear is for what I want out of a family and that nature is at some point, is it too late kind of deal.
Oh no.
Not for
I
men,
could
think,
go
actually. think
I
at
could
some
go
point
start
it
a
is actually,
family.
like,
Well,
I could go start a
dangerous for women
family
to have
tomorrow
kids or
morning
something
if
like
I
that.
wanted to.
I think
Like
it's
everything's
important to
functional.
realize that, like, I
Like,
think it
so
is
could you.
important to realize that, like, a lot of autism comes from older men.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.